Okay, Debbie, we're going to go ahead and start heading back. We're going to go ahead and start heading back. Yeah, we can. Let's check. Yeah. How long can we stay? Yeah, we have about 5 more minutes, then we need to start heading back.
Are we live? We're live now. Okay. We got 2 streams going on here. What is going on? Oh, there we go.
Yeah, this is the most action.
A rough start here. Here we go. Here we go. Hey, guys. Did we make it? Are we alive here? There we go. All right. We had a little difficulties there. What is going on? What is going on? I'm a mess right now. Get the thumbnail right. What's up? You guys hear me? Testing, testing. Okay, good. Chat disconnected. What? Okay. Okay. I think we're coming up. Sign in chat. All right, let me fix some things in the settings here. Supposedly there was some sort of activity going on. Brian Inton said something about cadaver dogs here as well. Supposedly there. All right, audio's good. Boom. There's some of these tags going. Computer started acting a little funky. What's up? What's up? Welcome. Trying to get this thing fixed over here. Oh, they're saying canines who can detect remains are at the campsite. Okay. Let me see what Brian Enton said here. Or not the campsite, the Carlton Reserve. Brian Laundrie's sister family targeted with violent threats, records show. We covered that already. Law enforcement activities seen at Carlton Reserve. What's going on? Call your tech staff. There is no tech staff. It's just me. I got some people helping out now, but this chat thing here is not linking up properly. I kind of want to disconnect and reconnect to see if I can get it going right. Auto stop is not enabled. Yo, just hang there 1 second. Let me just close this. We get reconnected. Yeah, the chat's not working for some reason, but that's all right. I mean, I can see what you guys are typing. I think I screwed up the live stream today. I was doing all this technical stuff in the background and oh, that's what it is. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I got too much difficulties here going on right now. See, we connected back on YouTube. It's good. It's good. I feel like I don't like the bad start that we had with this. I feel like we should, I don't know, I should restart and do everything right. I mean, we could just stay here though. Completely unprepared for this. Give me 1 second. Let me just gather myself. I'm going to keep the video playing. Let me just get myself together, get a drink. All right, all right. So they ended. We still got people here? Damn, rough as hell. Yo, what's up, man? Let me tell you something. I don't like the rushed nature of this. So I think, oh, I got a super chat. I think we're gonna end. I think I used 2 notifications. Did you guys get 2 notifications or 1? This is what I want to do. I want to kind of like reset, do something a little bit better. Uniform. I have a couple of things that we could talk about, but I'd love to like get things cohesive because the people that rewatch this crap is gonna be a mess. Who said 1? What's the 1 thing? Why is everybody saying 1? Who's saying 1? What does that mean? I went and like got some water. I went to the fridge and there was some beer there. I was tempted to like, let me just get a beer and just pull it out. I'm not gonna do that. Yeah, I'm gonna shut this down, guys. I want to get something smooth for you, something better. Sorry about that. I had some issues. You got 1 notification. Oh, that's why. Okay, cool. Oh, like you asked, idiot. What you do? All right, cool. So I got my notifications still left. That's good. Let me just tell you what I'm working on for you guys. Okay, this morning I was working on some stuff for Discord. I got a Discord instructional video. It's nice for the people that need help. If once you join Discord, there's a video there that'll walk you through the instructions. Another thing is, so now when I do live streams, I want to be able to have some guests on, right? Because yesterday we had the private investigator. And then let me do this. And then we had on the doctor. So I want to be able to, for when we have guests on, I want you guys to get a visual. I want you to be able to see these people. So this morning I was working on setting it up. That's why all the technical stuff was messed up. I'm going to show you what it looks like. Let me just invite myself. I was trying to test this out with myself, which was a little bit hard. I might have to get somebody to just help me test it out real quick after. I just want to make sure there's no echo. I mean, right now you're going to hear echo because, yeah, but watch. Give me a second, yo. Give me a second. I'm working on some stuff for you guys, man. I want to increase the quality. I want you to be able to see the special guests that we have when they call in, so it's not just audio. So let me do this. Okay, join. Okay, got myself here. It's already echoing. All right, so let me show you. Oh. Meet the mic. Okay, let's do it. Boom. Boom. How's that? Testing. Echo. All right. That's what I'm working on. So when we have guests, I don't need to hear myself. They can come on video and it's a little bit better. All right. So I was kind of fixing that this morning, some technical stuff. Scary, like double ickEdMeL. Donna. So what else? Really quick. I mean, I don't know, man. Today has been kind of slow. That's why I was like, let me do a project day. But some of the things that have happened. Dog the bounty hunter showed up at Cassie's house yesterday. And that was kind of interesting. He just went and knocked on the door. So I was like, yeah, we could do that. Also, the coroner, Brian Enton, he actually interviewed the coroner, which I thought was dope that he got his time to talk to him because of that whole mess that happened where the trolls came and got him. The trolls come for everybody, man. Don't matter who you are. They come for me. They come for the guests. They came for the doctor. I expected the private investigator, but he really doesn't give a shit. Like, that guy does not care. The other thing too that was, this was kind of funny. There's this person on Twitter. Twitter's kind of crazy. There's this person on Twitter that she said, keep those theories coming so I can add on to my collage. And you got the one where, you guys remember they thought Brian was dressed up as a cop and talking to his father at the Carlton Reserve. I guess there's a theory he went with the Amish. There's also the theory of the sunflower, the garden bed thing. I thought that was a really kind of funny meme. This person, Cryrith, is actually pretty interesting as well. They posted, let me show you real quick. They say that Brian does have a gun, like confirmed, supposedly. There's a bunch of crap. There's a bunch of crap that I want to save. That's why I don't want to like put everything out right now because I know people are watching and they're going to go run with it. I want to kind of save for what I got for you guys, but I didn't think it was significant enough yet to jump on. You got two. Some people got 2 notifications. Oh, Lord. Most of them got 1. Okay. This was kind of interesting, too, I thought. Can I put myself on the screen? Okay. So this is that campsite. I don't know if you guys remember. I want to get the video for you and everything. This guy went out there to the different islands. Remember, they found the moss bed? And this is like the description of what they found out there. Moss bed was very green. Old moss usually turns gray. So they're saying like it was fresh. K9 instantly picked up the trail going toward the right of the island, found a Gatorade bottle. Trail was fresh but a little old. Found tissue fairly new. Found a pile of pistachio nutshells. Very strong trail that led directly to the water's edge. A piece of jewelry with sunglasses. White Claw cans, which is not surprising at all. It's Florida, man. There's cans, all kinds of stuff. One of the times I went out with Silvio, he found an injection, like a needle for substances. We found all kinds of stuff out there. The interesting part about this, which I'm blocking conveniently or inconveniently, and now I'm blocking the chat, but that's all right. I was advised by the retired police officer that when they grabbed the video recording, they did not see Brian with his parents or sister. They confirmed that Brian does have a gun. It was advised from police that Brian left his home with a gun, which is why his parents are afraid. There was another tip while I was dog, I guess he meant to say while I was with dog, that he was spotted near the restrooms in the campground area every night at 2:30 a.m. So I have a folder. I've been collecting little things in here. I've been collecting tabs too, like just to see, what kind of thing. And I wanted to put something uniform. I thought something was going to turn up at this Carlton Reserve. That's why I was like, let me just jump on. But who the hell is that? AMC. Let's take a look at the chat. Yeah, they stopped the streaming. I wonder if they made him go or what. The chat's really fast right now. Brian Laundrie, looking for you. Charlie Sheen sounding caller here. I'll help you test it later. All right. Yo, you guys, let me just tell you while I'm here. Yo, Discord is dope. It's growing. We went from, I don't know, less than 100 people a while back to it's at 600 something now. It's blowing up. I got 2 admins. We're getting everything set up on there, getting it smooth. You know, you can chill in the public area. It's pretty dope. I'm still trying to figure out what kind of schedule. I mean, I'm usually in the members area, but I also chat in the public area. In the members area, we do videos and stuff like that. But you can come chill, hang out, all that good stuff. Video's blurry. Is it? It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. Can I show you guys something real quick? I'm gonna, before I delete this. Maybe I shouldn't. I emailed you something I think we'll be interested in. Take a look, please. Gabby Petito case. Okay. Mel, did anyone already mention there is a white truck there with its hood up and it looks like the window is possibly shattered and the helicopter footage the reserve? No, I haven't seen that. Video is blurry. It's possible that there's a weird thing going on. Like I told you, I wasn't ready and the whole stream got screwed up. But we'll be back. We're gonna figure something out. Okay, picture is good. All right. For people that are admin, I have to watch people for a while. I can't just let like somebody I've never spoken to before. Like you got to come in. Sometimes you got to kind of prove yourself a little bit. The one guy in there now, Sean, has really proven himself. He's been really nice and really helpful, and he's kind of techie and all that stuff. And we have Sally, but we have to be careful too because some people just want to sabotage. You know what I'm saying? I had that weirdo the other day getting really upset that I didn't add him as a mod. And, oh, you didn't add me, and I want a channel with more views, and well, you didn't accept me, and your mods are not doing a good job. I was like, damn, well, just worry about the channel you're on, then why are you so worried about me? Obsessed. I was obsessed. I was like, Jesus, why would I want you around me anyway if you're like that? It's kind of weird. I see your email. Oh, you know what was really dope? Let me tell you something too before. One more thing. Oh, am I supposed to show that? Before we get out of here. Oh, I thought this video was super dope. I don't want to play it all, but there's these people that went to the creek. That's how they say it. Crack. The channel is Allie and Dan, Road Life Blueprint. The people on Discord told me, Dahl and Katrina and some people showed me this video. I haven't watched it all, but they literally go out to the campsite, which I thought was really dope. The Spread Creek area where Brian and Gabby was at.
And I just hope it isn't too deep with all the rain that they've had here.
We can see a log erected with an orange marker on it. Maybe across like 2 or 3.
So they kind of like take you over. If you remember, if you saw the Dr. Phil episode, this is the exact thing that they crossed on a Dr. Phil episode, except the quality wasn't that great. I can appreciate that they had some decent cameras so we could see. They started the stream again? All right, we'll take a look.
So we're gonna have to scour, I mean, quite a bit of area. I've literally got to totally match up with images we've seen. I don't know what that signifies.
I thought this was dope that they actually went there and like they saw the markers and stuff like that.
Some were saying bullet. There's orange on the upside of that, the underneath of that log there. Do you see it?
Yeah.
Let's look at this. Well, different channels live.
Could be blood. Markings of blood. We don't know if there's.
I don't know what that's supposed to signify.
So I'm glad that finally somebody with a good quality camera is out there. This video is really, really good. I'm just kind of skipping through it, but I recommend that you check them out. Go check out their video. I'm going to put the link in the description. I probably won't keep up this live stream, though people are joining more and more and more. So it's like, whatever, maybe we'll keep it up. I'm going to play a little bit more, but I'm going to put the link in the description.
Signify, if anything.
A bullet?
That's not a bullet. That's literally just a scuff. There's orange markings everywhere. Like there's more down there, right there, across the river.
Maybe they're all just potential.
Yeah, I don't know. None of the orange markings give off anything other than like a scuff mark. It doesn't look.
They could literally have nothing to do.
Yeah, they could have nothing to do.
Oh, I see flowers.
You see flowers? Where?
You guys want to hang out? We'll keep going. We'll go for a bit. Yeah.
Right there?
Yeah, those are orange flowers. But can we cross and get it up close and personal?
All right, let me pull up the live feed too. Let's hear what they're saying, and then I'll come back to this.
What do you think that is? What does it look like?
Why do you not think that it's bullet marks? Bullets
Because
would go
I've seen
straight through
bullet. Yeah, that's a scuff.
Like he dragged her through this?
It doesn't look like. It looks just like.
So maybe it
I
has
don't-
nothing to do
I couldn't
with
say.
it?
I have no clue what these could be.
Okay,
I mean,
I think it's really cool that they went out there. So we got the live video feedback as well, or not? Amazing. Their video feed just went dark, black. What happened? NBC2 just went black. Okay, I guess we'll come back to them. I don't know what happened with NBC.
I mean,
I think it's time, though. I think it's time to approach the flowers.
we see something that looks potentially like just orange flowers or like wildflowers almost. This one has like exactly the same. This one has like a spot that, I don't know, I mean, it just looks like a raindrop hit it. Okay, here's one on this tree too. I'm not sure what to think of this. They're everywhere.
Maybe they went, as a comprehensive
Right.
entire investigation.
This one's got 16 engraved in it. This one says 15.
Maybe they are all potential. This is the one I saw.
So these are the first ones with like,
I don't know.
this one says 12. I don't, this is
Oh, that's the
an
stones.
area of interest.
I don't know.
This one says 12. I don't see any significance of it though. No, this one says 22.
People keep saying that there's like a fire pit and stuff like that.
Yeah, there's definitely like, what these markings look like are like ash. That's what it looks like ash from a stick, like from a fire or something. Like there's someone like, if you have a stick that you burned and then it turns black and you like scrape it on the ground, that's what they all look like. And we are,
Damn.
we are easily 900 feet from the van.
Let me see what the chat is saying. I have to look at a different window because my thing's all glitched up. But let's see. Those are black arrows. I think them orange markings are to show them they have looked there. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what they mean. I've been to crime scene after the fact as well, and I've seen the. Let me put slow chat. I've seen those markers before. I mean, one time where there was these 3 bodies. Well, one person survived. There was 2 bodies. One person survived the execution, and I went after the fact after they finished, and there's like there's a couple of orange markers on the concrete, like the street and stuff, and a couple, like one arrow just pointing towards. I was assuming that's where maybe they dumped the bodies or something. Jackie says maybe it's markers the searchers made to show they covered the area. It's possible, yeah. It could be it.
So this is very, very creepy. Like this whole area is very significant. I don't know how really, because the orange spray paint doesn't really give me anything, but the crosses and the little memorials do, for sure. Especially that one back there that was kind of in an enclosed tree area, hard to find. This one's just kind of like out here in the open.
And I believe this site was, like they said, right by where that red, white, and Bethune drove by and they caught the van. I think the van is like right there by the road, and then you cross over and it's like you have to walk a little bit. But I believe that's what it was. It's not too far. And on that Dr. Phil, they showed that, or I think it was the father that said that it seemed like it was like or the stepfather, that it was it looked like there was a campsite there. You know, like they were there. It was like they showed some video of it.
The one back there is super buried. I mean, it's hard to find. You wouldn't just see it. You'd have to be walking back and around. So really weird. Let's see if we can cross back over and check out these last few orange markings. Every spray paint marking, like I said, looks like fire ash. Like someone scraped a stick or something like that. They all are like small circles with like some dark material, and that's every single one I've seen. Or they're just like spray paint that doesn't seem to show anything.
That's it. So I put the link to their video in the description. I thought it was kind of an interesting look. I like the high quality definition. The video is still black though for the NBC. I don't know what happened with these people. Josh Benson. And let me just check real quick what was on earlier. They still haven't come back up. Guess they have having issues. This is what it looked like earlier. Just a little view. Possible markings to help the crime scene sketches and measurements, like point of reference marks. I think so too. Thanks, Jeff, for becoming a member.
Okay, thank you.
Oh yeah, man. Message me or email me, Julio. I didn't know you were actually my cousin. I saw your message the other day and the mod sent me the picture. Refresh the page
Hello
at
and
NBC.
welcome. We are up on WFLA now on Facebook and all our live stream.
I did refresh the NBC page. It's just black. I've tried pulling it up multiple times. Just a black screen for everybody.
Platforms. I am Eagle 8 reporter Paul Lamison. We are in Eagle 8 HD over the Carlton Reserve. We're kind of out in the middle of the area. We're kind of halfway between the Northport area where we've been searching and the Venice area where we've been searching. We started over by the Venice area and saw just a lot of media cars. They've opened up the gate a little bit and let them down closer into the reserve. We are now out off of the main power line road that they have searched before. This was kind of a new makeshift command center, and now today we're out here and they have the cars parked off a different roadway today, and you can see several vehicles out here. We've been told by Pasco County Sheriff that they have K9 out here, a couple units helping the FBI do the search. We also see other sheriff vehicles, which is that's a K9 truck. You can see the cage on the back. There's a second one right here behind the tree. We've been watching. Haven't seen the K9 out in the wooded area yet. Again, this is an area they've searched several times in the past. The one thing we can tell you is that the area is drier than it has been. There's some law enforcement in the back of this vehicle. Again, we don't really know what they're doing, but those are the only people we've seen out here. And again, the search area has been fairly quiet for the last several days. Today they're out here again, but again, this area was a lot wetter than it is now. They've been able to get a little further into this area now. And I will move the camera and kind of show you what the area is we're looking at. You can see they were able to drive down this roadway, and from here is where the canines and the people have spread out, but we haven't seen them yet in this wooded area. Now this area for a while has been really, really wet. It's now just...
What Brian said earlier in his post, he said Pasco County Sheriff's Office says they have one human remains detection canine. So one canine that detects human remains at the Carlton Reserve right now. It's not the first time they've been called there. Sheriff's Office says they've been called in a few times over the last month. Pasco County is one of law enforcement offices that has human remains detection canine embedded with the force. That's why they get called. So they had some canine forensics unit on the Venice side of Carlton Reserve.
It's somewhat wet, how it normally is. You can see if I'm out in this area, the water on this ground. This was a lot deeper in the last few weeks. The water has given way a little bit to more land. You're able to walk in a lot more areas where you haven't been able to walk before. But again, we haven't seen the people out yet. We're going to just fly around these trucks for a little while longer, and eventually we're going to spread our way out from the vehicles. And again, we've found sometimes they take them in an ATV and take them out a little further into...
There's a picture of whose body going around? There's a video of her body going around. I'm not sure what you're talking about.
The wooded area, and other times they stay right by the truck. So again, this is the area they're going to be looking at. And you can see this is a heavily wooded area. Again, this is what we've been searching the whole entire time, almost a little over a month now that we've been out in this area.
There hasn't been a body found. They just have canine. Well, they say specifically one canine that can detect human remains, but they've been called out there multiple times. There was a part in the video where like it looked like they found something. They were looking at something, but I guess it turned out to be nothing. I'm not sure. If you guys could hit like, I'd appreciate it. And what I'm going to do with this stream, I'm not going to stay too long. I'm just going to watch this portion of the video, and then we'll probably come back later. Because I like to be a little bit more organized, and I was working on some little projects this morning. Hey Mel, love your channel. Did you see Brian Enton had a personal interview with the coroner? It was pretty interesting. Yes, I did. We watched that last night. I thought it was pretty good. Interesting.
You can see how heavily wooded this area is, and plenty of hiding places to be back in this area.
Oh, they're talking about Gabby? I wouldn't want to put that up anyway if that was going around.
Yeah. The good news is it is definitely drier in this area. So again, this is where we've seen their vehicles, and what we'll do now is we're gonna continue to spread out a little bit wider and see if we can see the active searching going on. Because right now we just see vehicles. We see vehicles parked out in this area, and we haven't seen the actual people. So we're going to move and fly, and you can kind of come along with us. This is how we do this. It's really tough to find people out in this area searching. The vehicles are easier to find because they're not moving and they're bigger. They're usually white, gray, black that stands out in these wooded areas. A lot of times when you get the people out here, they're wearing army green or even camouflage, and they're with dogs that are, again, very, very tough for us to see, especially if they go through wooded areas. But again, they can get a lot further now on the ground now because it's a little bit drier. And I'll show you again, this area around the circles you see, in the past few days, all that dark brown was really deep water. Right now it's a little shallower than what we've seen. So again, a very huge area that they're searching. And again, they're out here and we don't know why. They didn't tell us why. We don't have any new evidence. We don't know if there was a sighting. We don't know if they found anything. We're just out here because we saw reports of added activity at the gates of the area. So as we fly now, we're just looking to see if we can see any kind of ATVs, the all-terrain vehicles out here, any kind of people walking, anything.
I want to fast forward a little bit through this.
In this area, parked on the roadway. Go out, we see their vehicles. We usually find where they park the vehicle down to the. Well, that's what we're looking. Go down kind of towards the Northport area. What we're going to do now, we're going to just run the power line road and see if we see any more vehicles. We can come back to these vehicles, but we just want to see if we can find anything in particular. Like this is more than likely nothing. I don't even know if that's still in the Carlton Reserve. There's kind of a little brush fire burning right now.
It's
things
Brian.
that we see that we look at, that's what we want to look for. Main way doing now is we're running on, this is the power line road that we've been, this is the main way through the Carlton Reserve. They can actually drive on this. And so we're going to drive this all the way down almost to the Northport side, the Hatchie, the park entrance where they believe he came in. But as of yet, we haven't seen anything other than those vehicles we saw. So as we fly, we're looking, and you can look as we fly as well. And again, I'll go in a little bit tighter, and you can see the ground that we're covering. And in the helicopter, it's easier. You can get a pretty good view. Sometimes it's harder to see just because if they're under a tree, if they're in the shade, it makes it hard to kind of track them and see where they're going. But that's what we're doing now. We're flying and looking. And as we fly, let me see if I can get on to Facebook.
Is he on Facebook while flying?
The one and only really road that goes through here. Not necessarily a road for the general public, but just a road that goes right on the edge of the power lines that they can get through. But we're coming up now down towards the area of the Hatchie area. That's going to be right here. This is the bridge, and there's some people. Okay, I found some people. Okay, we have some people now. They're walking through this part of the Hatchie. They're kind of right below us now. We don't see a dog, but we're going to continue looking. Yeah, their vehicles are in the park. We're gonna. I'm spinning the camera.
I don't think he's there either. I don't know. They seem very convinced that he's there.
They were in the grass on the inside. Okay, so here is the bridge. This is.
Thank you, Hubie, for the super chat. I really hope they would get him soon.
Into the iCkEdMeL Environmental Park. This is where they believe Brian Laundrie parked when he came out here. And this is where there's some vehicles parked back in the regular parking lot. So we found some more vehicles over on the Northport side. And I saw a couple people walking over in this wooded area. And I don't see them now. Let's see if we can find them again.
Oh.
I think they were going back to their cars. So they were right out from the cars. In that little strip of grass between the bridge and the canal, to the right of the canal.
Thank you, Care. M. Tyler. M. Tyler said, bahaha, crick. Jackie, thank you so much for the super chat. Crystal, thank you. CS Sleuth, thank you. Stephanie, thank you. Hubie and Honey Shortlegs, thank you so much. That completely unexpected stream. I was working on fixing things up for the channel and for.
So they're parked back in this area right here, and then they can make a quick walk out into this area. So we'll see if we can see anybody searching over on the Northport side.
Not. I thought they were back, but they're not. NBC went off air too. I don't know what's going on. It's too bad because I wanted to see more of the. This is all we have is this one thing. Place is huge though, man. Look at that. Thank you, Isabel. Just want to say, you're doing an awesome job. Keep going. Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks, cuz.
So again, we saw two people, but I believe they were walking back to their car. They didn't have a dog with them. So again, we have some vehicles out in this area, but again, no people. So we're going to go more into the park and see if we can find people, because
yeah, put cousin in the subject if you can, Julio, or message me somewhere because I got a lot of emails and messages I gotta check.
They have their cars here. Now we just need to find where they are. But again, this is in the iCkEdMeL Environmental Park. Again, this is where they believe Brian Laundrie started. This is where Chris Laundrie came to help law enforcement search. So we'll now kind of go across into this area to see if we see anybody.
First, oh, I should have the notifications on screen. What am I doing? Am I here?
And again, out in this area, it's drier than it has been as well, because a lot of these places were underwater. Now they're not.
Oh. There we go. Krista Clapp, thank you so much. Thank you so much for all that you do.
Okay,
You're the only one I watch now.
Some questions.
Thank you.
Yeah, again, the toughest part in this area,
Carla, thank you.
we know they're out here searching. It's just really, really tough to find them. If they're wearing green or camo or even a dark color, it makes it really tough to find them out in this area. And again, it's a huge area, so we're going to keep making our path and looking. But again, we've seen a couple cars. We know they're searching. Pasco County has 2 search teams out here. We just haven't been able to find people out here.
That would be crazy.
Right now, the parents aren't being charged. They're really...
Carla, thank you for the super chat. I might as well we're going to skim through this. We're going to keep going. And I might as well just go over some of the things that I already had, I guess. I was going to save it for another or later, but since we got everybody here, might as well just do it now, I guess. Bonnie, thank you for the super chat. Ashley, thank you for the super chat. Beth, thank you for becoming a member. Gracias. Definitely check out Discord. It's dope over there. It's a nice community. Cynthia, his parents killed him. It explains a lot of their actions. I had a friend. Some of you guys know Silvio on the channel. Silvio, I think one time speculated that. I think a few people have. I mean, I know it's kind of out there, but some people kind of have.
Like nothing, you know. No charge.
You see the
so
chat still.
If you have questions, I can try to answer them.
Katrina, gracias. Hit the like and subscribe. Show them some support.
What we're going to do now, we're going to check out, we saw that fire. Again, we don't know what it is. We're just going to go to this area. We see some vehicles out here. And this could be a controlled burn. I see... some fire crews out here. So again, we don't think this has anything to do with the search. But we just wanted to check it out since we're out in this area.
True. I do have it on the screen, but maybe a little bit bigger. Thank you, Momo, for the reminder. Mel, please put your cash up on the screen.
Control burn. They burn away some of the undergrowth. Right here you can see.
Oh, okay.
See what they do? This is something completely different. They're working. The fire crews are out here. They set this line. They let it burn as far as it goes. Then they move on to the next place. But this is a controlled burn, so this has nothing to do with the search. I'll show you another area. So again, this is normal maintenance that they do out in this reserve. So they're continuing this, so we're going to go back towards the main part and keep looking. But again, we always check out the things we see. Dorothy, we haven't seen any alligators yet. We know they're out here, but again, I think they need a bigger patch of water than some of the water we've seen. I'm going to go right off the nose as we fly.
Yo, did anybody see the John Walsh episode last night? We watched it on Discord. Thank you to Doll for providing that for us so we could watch it last night. It was lame. It was lame. I was so disappointed. That episode, they should have came out with that thing like 2 weeks ago. It basically was everything that we already knew, everything that we've talked about so many times. You would think that they just saw the body cam for the first time. They were talking about that. And they gave some commentary. I was really kind of disappointed. There was nothing to see. For anybody that missed it, don't worry. For anybody that was thinking of signing up to cable TV to pay some whatever, don't do it. It was a waste. That's what I thought about that episode last night. But I mean, I had a better time having a conversation with people and going back and forth, and we had a lot of talk after. I went to sleep early last night because I had to wake up early today, kind of early. But I was so disappointed with that, man, right? Anybody else? I was just like, really? I was actually about to sign up. I called Comcast, but Comcast is so crappy that even when you're offering to pay more money for new services, they don't even know how to do that right. So thankfully, I couldn't get it. I couldn't set it up. That's how crappy they are. And so Doll hooked it up, and we were able to share Hulu TV, and so we watched it. I always find it funny with a company when you want to get more services and they make it so hard and inconvenient that they don't even let you sign up for new services. I was like, all right, no problem. Kisia, thank you for the super chat. Thank you for what you do. Thanks. Appreciate you guys coming through. Completely random. I was a mess. I had a whole different shirt when I came on.
And show you, here's a little patch. There very well could be gators out here. We haven't seen them.
Random pics. Oh, thank you guys so much. Wow, I didn't think everybody's gonna come through all that support. Thank you. My Melody, thank you for the super chat. Says
but
hit
again,
like.
This area is 25,000 acres, and so this is us in the air looking for people searching, and we haven't even found them searching. That just shows you how hard it is to find. We've been able to find their vehicles. We saw vehicles at the Myakkahatchee area of the reserve and over about halfway through.
They cut them out. Random Pick said, I've been watching your channel for about a month or two and you do great work. Much appreciated. Thank you so much. And thank you, baby, for the new membership. I definitely recommend some of the recent videos that I did. Check out Jelani Day and Daniel Robinson. Put a lot of work in those videos. I actually had updates for that, but I had to cancel it because apparently these people can't get their story right. So I just deleted the update video I did. I don't know how you get missing organs wrong, but apparently they got missing organs wrong. Sister Sherry doing stuff. Thank you so much for the super chat. Beach Nat, thank you so much. Says appreciate you. Thank you. I'm gonna skim through this a little bit further. Let's see.
So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna find the power line road and kind of go back towards the west. Anything. Okay. But again, I believe they are searching in certain areas. Somebody asked if the dogs were trained to find remains. I don't know that. That would be a Pasco County Sheriff question.
Brian Enton said they had one dog out there today for that.
But I know the dogs have a really good heightened sense of smell, so that wouldn't be out of the question. But again, we're going to make the trek back. And look, I'll show you how tough it is. Say they walk this way. They can very easily walk this way. Then they can get under these trees. And once they're up in this area, we wouldn't see them from the air. And they can be up under all of this area. And that would be my guess where they are. They're not going to be out in the open. I think they're going to be in the heavily tree-lined areas that they're now able to get into because a lot of the water has receded from what this area was before. So that's where I believe they're probably going to be. They're not going to be out in this area. I think they'll be back. But again, we're going to go back down to the area where we saw the vehicles and see if what we can see down in that area. So again, as we fly, what we're doing is the pilot's looking out, we're looking out with the camera, and I look out of the windows too. We're just seeing if we can see anything that sticks out, any people, anything moving, any different colors, anything that's out of the ordinary.
Bruh. Discord last night? Let me see if I can find it. This is from Twitter, though. There's a lot of messages.
Yeah, Patty, it looks like they are searching for remains, that's what Patty asked. And because they waited for the water to go back and recede some, and now they're out again. So again, the FBI is going to hold their information back. They're not going to release it. And so again, anything we say is speculating, but we're now going down along this power line road, and we're going to end up where we saw the vehicles originally, and go from there and see if we see more people or any people. More cars at this one where the roadway snakes off. Here's some people, Mickey, over by where the road splits.
Thank you, Stephanie. Thanks for the super chat. Oh, thank you, Steph W, for becoming a member. Tier 2, thank you. Make sure you check out Discord. I put a video there too to help you out to get through the beginning parts of Discord.
Right here. They're the canine vehicles.
Canine dogs. Let's see. Tammy, thank you so much for the super chat. What are 4-digit? Oh, my link's expired? Oh,
and we'll circle over this to see what they're doing.
I'm going to have to do an update with the links. Here, let me give you guys a link right now.
And just zoom in.
I'm going to have to update the old link that's being automated. Katie, hey, I hope you're doing good. I haven't seen you in a while. Keep up your amazing work, Mel. Your integrity and workmanship is above standard. Much respect. Thank you. And thank you for being a member for 7 months. What? When you get to the last one, it's like a burning newspaper. That's kind of cool. Had somebody make that.
So again, we're finding people because we're on the roadway. Let's see if they go off into the woods.
I'm going to post it for you guys on Discord, mod chat, the new link.
Okay, if you guys bear with me, I'm going to do a thing that'll air in our later newscasts. Three, two, one. We're out in the Carlton Reserve off the Power Line Road, and we've found a group of people that have been searching the area. This area is between the Venice area and the Northport area of where the search has been going. They've used this area as a command center in the past. Now today in the search, Pasco County Sheriff has said they've had 2 canine units out in this area searching the area. A difference of this area is a lot of the water has receded in this area, so they're able to get into areas they couldn't get into before. Now, we haven't seen a lot of searching out in the actual wooded area because, again, like we've been telling you, the wooded area is definitely thicker, but at least it's a little bit drier, but that doesn't mean it's all the way dry. You can see right here how wet the ground still is, even after water has receded. But again, the search continues in the Carlton Reserve. In Eagle 8 HD, Paul Lamison, 8 on your side.
All right, I'm going to forward a little bit. Weatherwatch Show, thank you for the comment. I enjoyed calling in a couple times. I appreciate how you entertain guests with many differing opinions. Thank you. Yesterday was kind of rocky, man. For the new people that just joined today, my focus was setting up the new guest area. So I can have a video chat with people, with the special guests, like the private investigator or the doctor that called in. I think it'll be better for people to have a visual. And so this morning I was kind of working on that. And who knows, maybe in the future we can have some people that want to, if they want to join via video, we can get some people's faces on screen, you know? So, but yeah, this was completely random. Wasn't expecting to come on now. You go a little bit forward. Oh, this is what I wanted to see. Kinda. That's what I saw earlier.
Okay, here's a guy out. Let's see what he's doing.
Probably nothing. But.
I mean, you can see just how easily they blend in out here. And they're just right off the main roadway, the power line road.
Oh, awesome. Thanks for joining Discord, guys. I'll move you in. A lot of people joining in.
Now again, we don't know what actually they're searching for, though they're just walking. Almost like they may have seen something and they're looking.
Hey, yo, thank you guys for coming, man. I wasn't expecting this completely. It's kind of cool. Yo, please hit like too, but thank you for joining me. So randomly, you know?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Lexa, that Discord thing is it's outdated. The command, I gotta update the command. Use the link that I'm posting now. The command for Streamlabs is outdated. I think I had it set for like 500, and I guess we exceeded 500 already, so 500 invites. Mario, thank you so much for joining.
This guy right here by the road seems to be looking for something.
Thank you, Chrissy.
Okay, wait, they're pointing at something.
Oh. Thank you for keeping updated, entertained while I recover from surgery. I appreciate you and your entire community. Thank you, man. I hope you feel better. Aren't you on Discord too? Are you the same Chrissy from Discord? If so, thank you for being there. Appreciate that. Thank you, Beth, for joining. Appreciate it. I actually got a couple of messages from people like, yo, are you going live the Carlton Reserve? Yo, you gotta go live. You gotta go live. I'm like, really? And the private investigator yesterday, he texted me this morning. He said he got like 30 calls. He left, you know, a lot of people had a hard time digesting the things he was saying, but he got 30 calls, you know, people interested in, I guess, getting some help. I think in the future, we're going to work on something. He said that maybe we could do something where he does something pro bono. Just to help out, you know. So we'll see. Oh, and with Sally Sleuth sent me an interesting article with Kylan and Crystal, the double homicide murder thing. Apparently, there's a private investigator working on some of the on that case, and they got satellite images, and they believe maybe he might be able to
satellite.
He might be able to find something or maybe to solve the case. I don't know. So they have some sort of private investigator. Yes. Just so sweet. Thank you for the super chat and thank you for coming back. Brian is not a survivalist. He's just a hiker. I can't imagine him in woods anywhere for this long. Me either. Me either. Oh, let me show you this image real quick from Discord. I mean, but I got this from Twitter because Twitter's going crazy. This is what somebody said here last night. Silgo. Vegan Plantry. Thank you for the super chat. Did we debunk the person running in the aerial view as a bird? I'm interested with if they find him alive. Alyssa. Thank you. I saw somebody that did debunk it. And they don't believe that was like somebody running. It was just a bird. That's what I heard. This person here on Twitter said, here's an exclusive picture of Brian Laundrie's campsite. People need to stop with this nonsense that he's in the woods building shelters and catching mice with dead falls like he's Les Stroud. This guy's an absolute poser and he's hiding in somebody's basement. I've imagined that sometimes. Like imagine him like in some sort of house or somewhere with TVs, computers, and he's just chilling, kicking back, having a drink, and just watching like the insanity. You know, some of the Twitter stuff is kind of crazy. There was another one too. I mean, I know it's serious, but just how crazy things get, it's kind of, some of the things are kind of funny. Like, so this person, Jillian, posted, "Your theories are being heard. I guess Brian is a tomato and not a sunflower. Can't go to Mexico without a 24-pack of Monster." So the Monster is like a reference to, you know, Dog the Bounty Hunter and the can. And then I guess it's like the flower bed. And then this is the whole, and it really is kind of interesting to see because of just all the twists and turns and theories. And like, because this cop thing, remember at the Carlton Reserve when Brian's father went out there and there was a guy smiling? I literally had people messaging me like, "Yo, that looks like Brian." Like Brian dressed up as a cop just to go talk to his father. So I was like, oh man. Crazy. I'm gonna show you something else too that I was just collecting. Weird stuff, unconfirmed stuff. Beth, thank you for being a member.
Okay, I was going to do another look live. I don't know if you guys can still see the signal. It looks weird on Facebook.
Jules, thank you for being a member. Evans Fire, thank you. Appreciate you guys. Thank you for being a member. Angel Reyes.
Okay, here we go in 3, 2, 1. We're over the Carlton Reserve, and you're looking at a ground search. The people are out here searching again for any clues to the disappearance of Brian Laundrie. Crews have been out in this area of the reserve, and it's going to be between Venice and Northport out off of Powerline Road. And they continue to just walk through the wooded area that is now a little bit drier because the water has receded. Again, we know there are canine crews out here from Pasco County. We have not seen them other than the vehicles, but crews continue to walk up and down this roadway looking for different clues. Again, I'll give you a wide shot to show you where they are, and it's still heavily wooded. But again, the crews are out here. They're continuing the search. This is the most we've seen searched in the last week or so. In Eagle 8 HD, Paul Lamison, 8 on your side.
Angel I says, "Thank you for all you do, Mel. XOXO. Justice for Gabby Petito. All proceeds go to Gabby Petito Debbie. Foundation." I sent a donation to the GoFundMe because that's what I usually do. But when I get paid, I'm going to send something to the foundation. It's probably better to go to the foundation. But I did to the GoFundMe before that came out. And they do have bracelets too, I think, right? I think she said that in Super Chat. The recent donations I did was Gabby, Jelani Day, Kylan Schulte. I did one for Maricela a while back. Jessica Reed. I usually do a little something of what I can. So probably next check I'll do the foundation. So, and the foundation website is GabbyPetitoFoundation.org, which I think is kind of cool that they have like the bracelets thing on there. There is an event too, October 17. But this is in New York. It's a $20 admission. There's going to be live music, food, cash bar, raffles, some bands and stuff like that. Yeah, I guess I'll show this real quick. When I get paid, I'll do something on here as well. Just to take a look, but so that's GabbyPetitoFoundation.org. They have an event coming up. I'm also going to be doing something next year with Pink Justice here in Florida, Vero Beach. I don't have an official date yet. They told me a date, but it's not confirmed. But next year, beginning next year, I'll let you guys know about that because I'm going to go out there personally. And if anybody in Florida or whatever want to go, it'll be a good event. There's going to be families there of missing people. It's going to be like food and I don't know, like live events. We're going to do a walk. It's going to be for a good cause.
We're going to go ahead and start heading back. Yeah, we can. Let's check. Yeah. How long can we stay? Yeah, we have about 5 more minutes, then we need to start heading back.
And we're going to see if they come back. I've been checking. I haven't seen anything yet. They got off. I guess gas, maybe. They needed some fuel for the helicopter.
Yeah, this is the most action.
I wonder if they found anything. What are they going to find out there? You guys think he's alive? Let me do a little poll. And I'll get the super chats that I missed. Is Brian alive? I don't know what you guys think about that. And they're saying he had a gun for the people that joined after. I'll recap real quick on that. They're saying this guy had a gun. There was also rumors about acid. Like he may, I don't know, that this guy would take acid and strangle her, but I don't know how true that is or not. And when I spoke to Shelby this morning, she's the timeline queen. She told me that there was like some sort of image somewhere of him with like acid tabs. I don't know if he put it on like his, I don't know, Instagram or somewhere, but it's like the little sheets, you know, with the designs that you put under your tongue. Not that I would know. So supposedly, I don't know. I'm going to show you some of the messages about that. I was saving it for another stream, but hey, we might as well just do it now. Angel Reyes, justice for Gabby bracelets at Etsy. All proceeds go to Gabby Petito Foundation. Okay. All I know is about the Gabby Petito Foundation website, but if there's an Etsy too, you know, let me know. Or if you're doing your own thing, I don't know. Carmel, thank you for the super chat. Have you seen Dog and his wife went to visit Cassie? Yes. I'm going to play that. If I can find it. I had it somewhere. Somebody sent it. I had it somewhere. Let's see. Do a poll. Ask them if you want. I could do that. Yeah, everybody's thinking they think he's dead. Maybe because it's been so long. Is it really that much of an expert, or is he hiding in a basement, or did he just off himself somewhere? Stephanie, absolutely love you. Thanks for sharing. And I'm in my office in a meeting, and none of us are paying attention. We're all tuned in. Thank you for all you do. Thank you guys. Appreciate it. I hope you guys have a great day. Doing amazing. Thank you for watching. There's going to be a lot more interesting things to come, for sure, without a doubt, on the channel. I think opportunities and meeting people and things like that. I mean, I've already had wonderful people like the Dr. Amy Salerno, James Terry, the private investigator. I've spoken to like 2 other private investigators as well, but they're not really camera people. There was one I was supposed to talk about in person with regards to Sophie Reeder, a girl that went missing, still missing, Fort Lauderdale, South Florida, but we never connected back. And there was some other guy pissed off as well, but because I knew too much, I guess. Let me see. I think they're pretty much done here. Is this it? Nope. Got more and more people joining Discord. Thank you guys. Discord's getting packed, man. We're probably gonna need some more. Eventually need more admins. I know somebody sent me that video. Now I can't find it. That's it. They're left. So let me show you these. I guess it's still playing. It's still playing. Let me find this video so I can show you guys. All right, thanks, Momo. So let me do this. While we wait, I'm going to pull up this whole drug thing or whatever. You know, this is just somebody posted. There's 2 posts, I think, that I found. And people have sent this to me, so thank you for the people that sent me this information. Yeah, that's it for that. This was kind of strange. And this is one post. I don't even know where this came from. Somebody sent this. My niece lives in the Laundrie area, and her boyfriend, my nephew, works with a guy who was friends with Gabby and Brian. Brian used to trip on acid and choke her. She stayed at this friend's house for a few days to get away him, per what he told my nephew. He told this story in the very beginning when this was all just starting. A guy that works with blank, his wife was friends with Gabby Petito. Gabby had went to stay with her for a few days prior to all of this due to Brian having strangled her while they were tripping on acid. They went to a lot of festivals and Gabby. That tripping stuff, man, I don't know if there's any truth to this story or not, but let me show you this other one. But that stuff affects everybody differently. And then especially if you already have mental health problems, it can really bring out issues that you're not aware of. Some people, I've tried it once. It was a really bad experience because I was immature, stupid. I did it with people I didn't know, and I did it at a party. And that, to me, in my opinion, is not something, especially for the first time that you just go partying. I think it's something that kind of has to be like respected and be in a controlled environment with people you can trust. And I don't know. I just don't think it's really I know a lot of people do it, but I had a pretty bad experience. I never told that story. One day I'll tell the story. But this person, Britt, says, hearing Gabby Petito was killed by strangulation breaks my heart even more. I came home one day to Brian slapping the ish out of her on the front lawn and grabbed her throat. I called the police. They did nothing. I knew it wasn't going to end well for the sweet girl. So, you know, again, take it with a grain of salt. I did try to request this person, but she has her thing private. Excuse me. And I understand why, because the way people are, anybody that comes forward, they get attacked. Justice for Gabby Petito, thank you for sharing my live stream on Twitter. Appreciate that. And okay, we got Dog the Bounty Hunter. Yeah, I don't think tripping is something that should be taken lightly. I think a lot of people do. It's something, I mean, it'll make you face things that you probably don't want to face. Like if you've had some trauma, if you've dealt with stuff in your life, I think it can be very therapeutic in a certain sense. Shrooms, I tried out once too, was therapeutic in a way. It made me face the situation with my dad. And that environment was more controlled, though. I was with a bunch of crazy ass people from Florida. This was a long, long time ago. I couldn't see myself doing this stuff anymore now. This was way before my daughter and stuff. But it was more therapeutic, and I was able to kind of deal and face. Like when you trip, there's no getting out. Like once you're in until the time is up and, you know, it comes out of your body. There's no just turning it off or escaping. You have to face whatever comes, you know? Okay. Pull this up. But yeah, I've seen people that go crazy too. I remember one person, this chick, she was screaming, ah, ah! Like, and the thing with that too is you absorb your surroundings. You don't want to be around negative people or somebody going crazy. I could only imagine if this whole incident is true. I don't know that it is. I can't imagine how scary it must be as somebody attacking you while, you know, you're tripping or they're tripping. I've seen people freak out. You don't want to be around people like that because it just messes up the whole vibe.
Good afternoon.
The dog bounty hunter supposedly hurt his ankle, and I thought he was going back to Colorado, they said, but apparently I guess he changed his mind. And so he showed up, this was yesterday, I believe, showed up to Cassie's house, which I didn't expect them to open the door or anything. By the way, the pole Is Brian alive? 74% said yes, 25% said no, and it was 2,500 votes. Thank you for everybody that voted. Let me take a look at. I don't know. I don't even know. I have no idea either whether he's alive or not. I don't know. There's been times where I thought he probably offed himself, but at the same time, like if he offed himself, I just feel like they would have found him by now, you know? Rainy Day, great job bringing this to us, Mel. I think Brian is alive, not here though. Bien, I have done acid a lot. I don't think that would have led to killing her, especially not while on it. Possibly, I guess, if you read murder books all day, every day. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think that, I mean, one day I'm going to talk about my experience. I think it really does affect everybody differently. And I just think back to, and I think somebody brought this up on Discord, where Gabby's friend said something about Brian hearing voices, or her telling Gabby, or Gabby telling her that Brian was like hearing voices and stuff. And so I hear that sometimes when you're doing that stuff, that tripping stuff, if you already have latent, like just dormant mental issues, or, you know, it could just bring it out even further and worse. You know, I know after the acid thing, for me, I had a whole bunch of anxiety. For me, it was just being irresponsible, being at a warehouse rave, being stupid. And the other thing too is I took two. I took one, and a friend was like, or the guy told me like, oh, it takes like 15-20 minutes. And I got one for my friend, but he didn't want it. After 20 minutes, I'm like, oh, it's not working. Let me just take another one. Yo, mistake, man. Huge mistake. And I don't say that to encourage people. I just say it to just warn people, especially young kids, to be very, very cautious, super aware. I don't even know if it was really acid. Sometimes they have all these synthetic chemicals that they just, you know, say it's acid, and some other thing. There's a bunch of other chemicals, research chemicals that people trip on. To me, shrooms was like more natural kind of thing. But yeah, I don't know that I could see somebody killing somebody on it, but you know, fun for family. Gabby's dad already got Brian. Shit. Yo. The Dre Effect, over 8K watching, only 600 likes. Let's show Mel some appreciation. This was last minute. He dropped everything and go live. Thank you, Mel. No, thank you, Dre Effect. I think we got the likes up though. I think it's at like 2,500, but thank you. Yep. Brits Craig, I think this case is going to go cold in 6 to 18 months from now. Some hapless hiker or hunter will discover partial human remains in the reserve. Bien said both of those posts were by the same person, but had a different story. She's making up stuff. So Bien doesn't believe it. Yeah, two of the posts. Let me see. Two of the posts. Let's see. The guy that works with his wife was friends with Gabby prior to all of this due to Brian having strangled her. These two don't really contradict each other, I don't think. These two posts, but this other one, it's Mary Lou. I think this is somebody else. This is somebody else. Brit Heart fan is somebody else. Unless you're saying those two people are the same people with different names. No, they look different to me. Two different accounts. That's what I'm saying. Two different accounts. And again, this is unverified. And this was posted 10/12/21. This other one, I don't have a date on this one. I don't know. And then we also have when the Moab police incident happened. I have two cameras. This one. Gabby said that he, you know, grabbed her throat and stuff like that. So we talked about that a couple of times. Let me see if there's anything else. Oh, and briefly, since we have more people here now, this post was from the guy Kyrith, which he actually has a video on YouTube, which we could watch. Hopefully he'll be okay with it. I don't know if you've seen this. This was a while back though. October 7th, 2021. But Kyrith said let me see. That's it, yeah. He talks about this encampment that they found. And let me pull it up here. said evidence at makeshift campsite. Moss bed was very green. Old moss usually turns gray, with this moss being super green, meaning it was just placed there fairly recently. Moss pillow, torn cloth, most likely a t-shirt turned into a makeshift pillow with moss. K9 1 instantly picked up a trail going toward the right of the island, found a Gatorade bottle. Trail was fresh, but a little old. K9 1 found used tissue fairly new. K9 2 found a pile of pistachio nutshells. K9 2 found a very strong trail that led directly to the water's edge. Area had an open spot for a kayak. Oh, let me get that over here. K9 2 found a piece of jewelry with a sunglass charm. Not sure if there was a bracelet or necklace. K9 2 found 2 White Claw cans. I spoke about this earlier, but we don't think it was related, but bagged it up anyways. So what it looks like with 2 trails, the weaker trail came from the direction directly leading from a campsite 1, where the strong trail went to the opposite side of the island. The roof of the shelter was very tight, meaning the branches were weaved in a certain way. I'm going to check out the super chats in a second. Where only a survivalist would know how to do it, which a lot of people don't believe this guy's a survivalist. Some of the branches on the makeshift roof were broken fairly new, as some of the breaks had more color than other driftwood branches. Very new knife cuts around a small tree. Looks like someone cut it out of boredom. And then this other bit of information was kind of interesting. I was advised by the retired police officer when they grabbed the video recording, they did not see Brian with his parents or his sister, but they were only there for 2 days, not the full 3 days. They confirmed that Brian does have a gun. It was advised from police that Brian left his home with a gun, which is why his parents are afraid that he will take his own life. There was another tip while I'm assuming with dog, that he was spotted near the restrooms in the campground area every night after 2:30 a.m. There was supposed to have been an ambush last night per dog. They were supposed to have had 3 different locations with a 2-person team. 1 at a makeshift camp, 2 at the restroom, 3 unknown. They wouldn't disclose this one to me. So this guy's actually been out there. I'm gonna play some of this. I don't know that he's okay with me playing this stuff. I mean, I don't know that he would mind, but I'm gonna go through some of it.
Hopefully I find something. There's something right here. I don't think it's nothing. But yeah, no, just an update. And then as soon as we're done, I will let you guys know.
And I would love to go do this one time, meet up with these people. I mean, you know,
Hey guys, this is Rich again. So I'm out here exploring some of these islands near Fort whatever. And on one of the islands I found a shelter. I mean, I don't think it relates to Brian.
It's kind of cool to see the visual. But like I said, I've been to many places in South Florida. You find camps everywhere. Almost every single time that I've gone to the little woody areas, you find something.
But I at least wanted to point it out. They've got a bed right there. A party hat. Camp 1 is in that direction. I do see other signs of people out here. Like I see Gatorade bottles, cans, etc.
Someone put a lot of effort into this. Here's the thing. This roof isn't something someone who was staying here for a day would do.
No.
That roof probably took 2 days.
Yeah. And how did you get the branches too? With any cutting equipment? Well, probably from all around here.
Yeah, it looks like
All right, come here. Oh, do you got a potty? Hold on, do you got a potty first? And it does look like this has probably been disturbed.
It probably was me stepping.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I was right there. Sorry.
No, you're fine.
Oh, you feel better now? Don't scoop, not today. Okay, my hand is trying to go in the water. Careless. Let it chill. All right, come here. Oh, this is like belongings in here.
You got more?
It's belongings. It's like a knapsack thing.
All right, let her.
All right, yeah, let her do the same article, then I'll glove up and we can look at them.
After you're done.
Yep. He's ready. All right.
And I believe he waited to release this video until he got the okay.
Ready, Lucy? Fine. Yep. Okay.
I don't know, but I think it's kind of cool to get a little visual. Not uncommon though. I mean, I think you're gonna run into less people out there in a place like this. But his name is Kryrith, that's how you say it, on Twitter, and he has a lot of kind of useful things. Ooh, this gator was right of the right near the entrance of Big Slow. Definitely big gators here. Oh damn. Is he carrying out there? All right. Let me check if there's anything. Oh, we could watch this for the people that missed it. I was going to do a video on this separately, but since we're here, we could watch this. It's just the beginning part of this that I thought was pretty good.
Yesterday that the cause of death was manual strangulation, throttling. Can you explain what that means, especially the throttling part?
Throttling generally means that it was done with human hands as opposed to an instrument. It doesn't necessarily have to be, but manual strangulation basically means that it was not done with equipment.
Box
How do you
13?
determine that?
Well, it's determined by the nature of the injuries around the neck.
Dr. Blue says he's not allowed to get into Gabby's specific injuries because of the ongoing FBI investigation. He says her body was discovered nearly a month after she was killed.
What sort of challenges are involved in an autopsy when a body, as you described yesterday, has been out in the wild for 3 to 4 weeks?
In the situation where any body is out in the outside, whether it's exposed to the elements and insects and animals, there is various forms of decomposition.
At yesterday's news conference, the coroner brought up domestic violence and today clarified his comments this way.
There were indications that Gabby was in a relationship, a domestic relationship, which could play a part in this case, but I don't have any direct evidence of that.
So a lot of things that the coroner said he just cannot talk about at this stage of the investigation. He did, though, confirm that both DNA and toxicology tests were done. He would not elaborate, though. Marnie?
Brian, one question I had, did Dr. Blue say whether or not the FBI knew and was supportive of him releasing the information on the autopsy when he did?
Well, that's a good question, because you'll remember in that actual signed autopsy report, it was dated October 5th, which means all of this was sorted out more than a week ago. I asked him about that. He said he was holding off on going public because the U.S. attorney asked that he please not release it publicly until yesterday. What that means about what was going on behind the scenes, we're not exactly sure.
And I got a cool video too that shows the dogs a little bit. Fox 5 Atlanta posted about a 13-minute clip we can check out.
Also, Brian, we have learned Gabby's family, they're headed to Wyoming right now.
Yes, Gabby's family on the way to Wyoming right now to pick up her remains. Obviously, hard to
Chat's working over here. Okay. On my end, on my side, it doesn't show, but over here it shows.
imagine
Okay.
what they're going through with the release of the cause of death, but we know that Gabby will be cremated.
And the laundry's in the home behind you. We just saw that light on the garage just flip on. Brian Enton, thank you. A lot of questions tonight about if this is a turning point in the case, and is this manhunt going to continue on for weeks or months for Brian Laundrie, former FBI agent Jennifer Coffendorfer, and Florida State Attorney Dave Ehrenberg joining us once again live tonight. Thank you to you both. Dave, I want to start with you. After that press conference from the coroner, you tweeted that you believe that murder charges are imminent. Why?
Yeah, good evening, Marnie and Jennifer. I think they're most likely imminent because we originally knew the manner of death, homicide, but we didn't know the cause of death. And that's something prosecutors are waiting to find out. Now we know it's manual strangulation, which makes it more likely that I think that Brian Laundrie will be charged with Gabby's death, because manual strangulation is a crime that is very personal, very intense, and it's something that often happens in domestic cases. And look, the coroner seems to indicate that he thought this was a domestic case, unless that was a mistake that he said that this is one of many domestic incidents. And so why would he say that if he had evidence that someone else was involved? If there was DNA of someone else on Gabby's body, would the coroner have said that this looks like a domestic incident like all the others, unless he misspoke? So I think what you saw yesterday really moves the ball forward to charging Brian Laundrie, not to mention the timeline. I mean, when they said that the death occurred 3 to 4 weeks ago, that matches the timeline of the last time Gabby was talked to, was known to be alive.
Yep. The coroner did clarify that he wasn't speaking directly about Gabby's case with the domestic violence, but it did catch a lot of people's attention yesterday, Dave, as you said. Jennifer, do you agree that charges are coming based on the autopsy?
I think charges are coming. I'm not sure how imminent they are, but I would expect them sooner rather than later, definitely. This autopsy is crucial for making that type of a charge.
One other thing, Jennifer, you have told me as recently as last night, you believe Brian Laundrie does have allies, that he's getting help. What leads you to believe that?
I believe that because of the amount of time that has gone on and passed, and he has still remained undetected. And the attorney has repeatedly said he is representing the family and he's representing Brian Laundrie. You would not represent somebody who wasn't alive.
Dave, so let's talk about the legalities of that. If somebody is in fact helping Brian Laundrie to hide, they've been helping him along the way.
And this is a replay from last night. We watched this last night on Discord, but this is just for anybody that missed
the
it.
possible legal ramifications that they or that person could face?
They can be charged with accessory after the fact, which is a serious felony, especially in a murder case. That would mean that someone would have to know that Brian committed a crime, and they would have to do something to prevent his arrest or punishment. So, for example, if someone destroyed evidence, if someone knew Brian had committed a crime and helped him leave and get out of town, that person could be arrested for being an accessory after the fact. But it is not a crime to remain silent or to lawyer up.
For you both, do you think that Brian Laundrie's attorney knows where he is tonight? Jennifer, let's start with you.
I think Brian Laundrie's attorney does, generally speaking, know where he is at, and I think he's in communication with him.
Dave?
I defer to Jennifer. She has the experience as an investigator, so she would know. But I have to say this, there is no affirmative obligation for Brian's lawyer to come forward and tell investigators where he is if he knew where he is, because he has the same right to remain silent against self-incrimination as everyone else. There's no affirmative obligation on anyone to have to say what they know. But if they lie to investigators, that would be a crime.
Yo, thank you guys in the chat for all the support, man. Thank you. Let's check out this new clip. I'm going to read the super chats real quick. This is a clip that was just posted. And give me 1 second. Well, I guess there's no audio, right? So I can read the super chats while we watch, I guess. Yeah, no audio. Michelle, thank you for the super chat. Dusty Fox 13 is up. You can see Diesel The cadaver dog searching. I wonder if this is the one. I didn't see anybody live right now as far as like networks. ML, did he drop the no contact order after they were pulled over? Did they go to court? I don't know that they ever went to court. I don't think they did. And the court thing was supposed to be an online thing. When he was talking to Gabby, the police officer, he said all you have to do is go online and whatever. But I don't even know that happened. You know, I don't know. I don't think they really, I don't know. Random picks. What are your thoughts on the demonic book Lullaby Brian was reading before they took the trip? Its similarities, could this have all been premeditated based off of the book? I got no idea. I don't know anything about the book. There was one book. Oh, there's a dog. Oh, I'm blocking it. Hold on. Let me take myself off. There was one book that I saw a TikToker going over. I don't know if it was Lullaby, and it did have similarities to what's happening. I forgot what story it was, but she did a really good breakdown and explanation of things. And as far as premeditation, I don't know. I have no idea. We've kind of talked about that because people were talking about crime of passion, which a crime of passion would indicate that it's not premeditated. If people think that it was a crime of passion, that would mean no premeditation. Like he just snapped, in a fit of rage. But if it was premeditated, which some people believe there's indicators that it was, I feel like there's still a lot that we don't know. So I couldn't say either or. I don't know what happened. But I mean, you can, like, if we find out more as far as like that flight when he left and flew back to Florida, and to the storage unit and to come back after, what happened at the camp at the Dispersed Creek. I mean, it looked like they were camping out there. According to the Dr. Phil episode, looked like they were camping. So for me personally, it's hard to say. I actually have somebody on Discord that I believe she's an attorney, and there's somebody else there as well that is going to school for, I forget the term, but I'm thinking maybe one day if we can get technical on, it'll be cool to hear a little bit of her breakdown on some of these things. Is this the dog Diesel you were talking about? Dog's working hard, man. Dog is searching. Yeah, this is a different angle that we haven't seen before. Dog is working. Let me check the rest of the chats before we go. Ashley Martin, parents afraid but won't talk and mow grass. They don't seem bothered to me. They don't seem too bothered. I wonder why he decided to go mow the grass. I mean, I talked to a couple of people about that. I mean, sure, I know the grass was high, but I would have just paid somebody. But people were saying that they probably declined. I would have just paid somebody and called it a day, not to have to walk out there and have the media follow me. Unless he's just that emboldened to put out a public message to people that, hey, I'm going about my life. There's nothing you can do. We're unfazed. And yeah, like he was like stunting or something. And he didn't do a good job of cutting that grass either. I don't know what was up with that. Not that I'm great, but clearly left a lot of spots. Halens, if ungloved, would DNA from the strangler's hands be on Gabby's neck? If ungloved. I don't know. I would assume yes, but I don't know. They said there was DNA collected, so I mean, I don't know. Risky. Watching it live now. Can you send me a link or something? You said Fox 13? I'll try again. Let me see if I can find something. Fox 13. Maybe you're watching it on TV or something. Are you watching it on YouTube, Facebook, or TV? We can pull that up. Live Fox now. Let me see if they got something over there. Nope. Murder has spiked in Houston by 28%. Not surprising. NBC live stream. Nope. No, let me try Facebook. I don't see nothing. Maybe I should slow the chat down a little bit. Slow it down. Slow it a little bit more. I can't even see nothing. I think it's just zipping by. Let me refresh my page. I would have just left the grass too. Left the grass, man. Just leave it alone. I just left it there. Let me close out some of these windows. 227. Somebody claimed they saw a sighting of Brian Laundrie. Thank you for the email, Katie. I'll take a look at this after the video. I'll pull it up. Everybody calling me. I don't see any live feeds, so I don't know where she's watching. This person said they're watching, unless they're just watching it on general TV. Let's see. Take a look at the chat. Okay, now the super chats. I'm just waiting to see if anything else pops up while I watch this video feed. Dusty says watching it live now. Melly, thank you for the awesome coverage. Lots of love from South Africa. Oh, thank you. Another person from South Africa. I know we have a couple. Awesome. Thanks, Melly. Melissa. Hey, Mel, just want to show some love here to you and the chat, of course, and the mods. Love you all. Thank you, Melissa. Yeah, thank you for the mods, man, for coming through. Especially yesterday was, I mean, I guess today was random and yesterday was random. Sparky out here working, man. Okay, so there's, let me see, there's like a couple more things I'm going to show you guys. This is almost over. Let me take a look at the chat. Damn, I was not expecting this, man. Wow. People saying Fox 13. Thank you very Mary for becoming a member, and Satimia, thank you as well. Appreciate that. Maybe if I just go to the website. Oh, the doggy went in the water. I don't see nothing, bro. New Zealand, hey. Cheryl May, thank you. Are you doing calls today? I don't know. Should I? I don't know. Live now from Fox. Live now from Fox. I'll take another look. Last I checked, live now, they're not doing nothing. They had some, I'll take another look though. Let's see. Live now from Fox is on, but they're not talking about anything with Gabby Petito. They have it in their title, but they're not talking about it. They're talking about Texas and the crime rate that's going up over there. They're not right now. They're not currently showing anything with regards to Gabby or the Carlton Reserve. Amy, thank you for being a member. Welcome. Welcome to the dark side. Well, I sent you a message on Discord. My name is Gotcha Brienne. Okay. Oh, I got a couple of messages. I see yours. That's the PDF. Thank you for that. Yeah, we looked at this yesterday. I appreciate you sending me the document. I guess that's it for that. Let's see what else we got. We could do calls. I mean, if you guys want, it's up to you. Up to you guys, man. Reminder. Up to you guys what you want to do. We could do calls. Because right now, I mean, calls would be a good little filler until something else happens. I can be on for probably another, let's see, I could be on for another hour or so, or maybe more. You guys want to do calls? Let me take this off here. We got State of Trance over here. Boom, 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 boom. No sound, no sound. Calls, yes. No calls, please. No crazies, please. Aye. Yes, no, yes, no. I'll just do a poll. Let's do a poll. Only if Donna calls. Ask the community. All right, I did a little poll. Let me do a quick little sweep and see. Check. Oh, I meant to show you guys this too. Let's do this real quick while we're here. People, Shelby was talking about this, and a couple of people were talking about this. It says, iCkEdMeL, wait a second. Cassie says she found out the second Brian was back with the van like everybody else. Who is everybody else? I don't know.
Everybody else.
Was Brian with you on September 1st? Did he come to this house?
Yes, he came to this house with my parents in their Mustang, not the van. I did not know that he took that van back. I found out the next day with everybody else.
Was Brian with you on September 1st? Did he come to this house?
Yes, he came to this house with my parents in their Mustang, not the van. I did not know that he took that van back. I found out the next day with everybody else.
I guess why people are questioning that is because she wasn't reported missing until the 11th. So I don't know what everybody, I don't know. I don't know if it's anything or not. Oh, let me show this. I don't know if we've seen this. Let me play this real quick.
Hi, I'm attorney.
I can play this.
The search for Brian Laundrie. Brian is believed to have every family. He says water in the prison
in that swamp.
The park Chris helped search is connected to the larger Carlton River. Plenty of help piece together. This week,
It's nothing. It's nothing. Okay, let's see. I know a lot of people aren't for the calls, or some people aren't for the calls. It's kind of like 50-50. Well, sorry, I'll leave them for the end. 74% says yes, I think. Okay. Let's do some calls. We'll do some calls, and then if something happens like breaking or anything, then we'll pause and we'll do the update. What happened to the poll? I think it said yes. What happened to the poll? It just disappeared. I hit end and it disappeared. All right, let me do the calls. Let's do the calls, man. Studio calling. Welcome caller to the Philodol. Studio. I wonder if Silvio's working. Okay, I'm gonna mute myself for a second. Boom, boom. Damn, there's four people on the line already. Damn. Okay, let me mute myself.
Web interface.
Okay, let's just roll with it. 707. How you doing? Where you calling from? 707.
Hello.
Hey. Can you hear
Mel,
me?
how you doing, man?
Good. How you doing? Welcome. Thanks for calling.
Oh, I'm so glad. Stoked to be the first caller. I appreciate everything you do, my man.
Thank you, man. Thank you. What's going on? What's on your mind, man?
Well, I was telling you, I want to tell you the reason I called in. I've been thinking about a person can't just naturally has just got to think about what they think is going on here, and so just taking in all the videos and all the stuff. You're the main guy I watch, but I've been watching Grizzly
Yes.
as well, and just taking it all in, and this thought occurred to me, just a potential theory. It's kind of strange, maybe not too strange, but out there. But if Brian were to have not actually killed Gabby, and maybe they got in a bad fight. That seems to obviously they got in fights, but maybe they got in a fight and he ditched her or left her or whatever happened. And there's so many murders going on around up there and missing people. Seems to me like there's some sort of serial killer up there, whether it's Brian or somebody else. And so I was thinking, what if he's just not guilty at all? But he's smart enough to know that if you're even near a scene, or he was obviously the closest one in the world to this girl, to this woman, pardon me, that he, if he's not guilty, he's smart enough to know these days, 2021, you lawyer up and you stay away, and his parents they're just hoping they find the person who did. And that sounds absolutely wild given how the family's reacted and how he's reacted. But it's so strange with all these other murders going on. And
yeah, there's quite a few murders, I think, or missing people from that area. My thing with Brian, though, I mean, I get lawyering up. Apparently, it's benefited him immensely. But then disappearing, or even just the fact like how he came back, his parents aren't even answering the calls from Gabby's parents, and he comes back and they go on a camping trip and they show the pictures and he's just smiling and all that stuff like nothing ever happened. I mean, I don't know. It's kind of just wild for me that if somebody else were to kill her, why not say nothing? Or you know, I don't know.
That is all so bizarre. And the last thing I'll say before I get off is,
sure.
I just like, I'm not asking you to put you on the spot. I'm just saying like redundant. You don't even have to answer, but I'm saying, what if it was you? You know, what if you found yourself in a situation with just lovely young woman and you guys fought a lot and then all of a sudden something happened and she's dead. If she's dead and you were the last person with her and you didn't do it and you run home to your family. And I know there's all this other bizarre, crazy, like, why is this? There's these pictures of him after having a good time and all that. But I'm just saying, like, from a basic standpoint, if he didn't do it and you want to play that card for a second, like, how would you act? You know, if you're trying to, not, like, you're not going to go down and be, you know, potentially, and people keep putting up DNA on your thread. And, you know, we don't know what the FBI knows. That's why that was my theory.
Right.
And I appreciate you listening.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. I'll answer, but thank you. Appreciate the call.
Hey, you're the man, bro. Take care.
All right. Take care, man. So he said, what if it was me? It's really hard. Like hindsight, you know, is always 20/20. I have been in situations where, you know, things were the other person, nothing like this, nothing like the Brian thing. I just believe in accountability. If I got into a situation, I mean, just, this is hindsight or just thinking, pretending. I just can't imagine myself that I'm going to go on this wild run, like disappear. Or, I mean, to me, it's like, let's just say something happened and I was innocent. Just the fact that, let's say what my parents are going through, it seems like he doesn't give a shit about what his family is going through or his parents are going through. Just looking at it from his standpoint, because I guess from a selfish standpoint, if he doesn't obviously care about Gabby, if we're going to assume that, he doesn't give a shit about all the media circus, all this stuff, people at his parents' house every single day. I just can't imagine, like, I don't know. I can't imagine myself just, even if it was an accident or whatever, just going on this insane run and just, okay, I'm going to live off grid now forever. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But I have been in situations where things escalate and you're just like, you know, I never put my hands on anybody, but I've had hands put on me. And so, you know, I don't know. I could see how somebody could snap, you know, and just like react back. I mean, I've heard of many stories. 210, how you doing? Where you calling from? 210.
Hello.
Hey.
Hey, Mo.
Hey, who's this?
Hey, this is Kenya. Congratulations on all your subscribers. I feel like every time I come to your channel, you have
Thank
new
you.
subscribers. It's a great
Thanks. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I just wanted to make 2 quick points. The first point was your private investigator that you had on the other day.
Oh, yeah.
I know he was a little bit controversial, but he did make some interesting points, and he had me thinking about something when he was talking about them on medication. So if you look at the original video, at the very end, when Brian's in the back of the car talking to the police officer, he does actually mention that he does suffer from anxiety and that he was diagnosed by a physician, but he refused to take prescription medicine. So I thought that was interesting that he did actually say that he was prescribed by a physician. Yeah, you have to listen very closely, but they have like a 6-minute conversation, and he does admit that. So I thought that was actually really interesting and something we should take into consideration. And then just quickly, the second point I wanted to make is, I know people keep complaining about why are they going back to the Carlton Reserve, why they keep looking, he's not there. Here's the thing, the police need evidence. They need to put together a case, because eventually this is going to go to court and this is going to go on trial. And they need to prove that he's guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. If they don't have enough evidence, no matter if they find him or not, it's going to be a whole Casey Anthony situation and he's going to walk free regardless. So they need to take the time out to find as much evidence as possible so they can lock this joker up when they do find him, if they do find him. So that's the thing that I think a lot of people are missing. We're so caught up on looking for Brian. They might find him and he still might not talk, or he might have already offed himself. So the police need to do their due diligence and find as much evidence as possible. Because right now, honestly, yes. Does everything look suspicious? Does it seem like he did it? Probably so. But now they don't have enough evidence to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that he killed her. And they really need to do their due diligence to make sure that they find everything possible so they can lock him up once they find him. So that was it. Just wanted to make that point because everyone keeps forgetting about that. It's like, hey, eventually this is going to go to trial.
Right.
And this does need to be.
Well, thank you. I appreciate the call. Yeah. And sharing your thoughts on that. Thanks. Okay. We got one for the private investigator. I actually had a lot of people were upset about it, but some people were actually, they kind of liked him or he made some points. Delivery wasn't the best, they feel. 425, how you doing? Where you calling from?
Hey, Mel, this is Mark. I'm calling from Washington State.
Hey, welcome, man. Thanks for calling.
Yeah. Hey, just want to make a few quick points about like the DNA and fingerprints. I've been seeing a lot of people talking about that in the chat. And I actually work in the forensic field, collecting evidence from crime scenes, bodies, and that type of stuff. And with a body out in the wilderness for 4 weeks, the team is dealing with quite a bit of decay, and there's very little that can be actually obtained from the exterior of a body. You're looking at like DNA possibly from under fingernails and inside body, but you're not going to be getting fingerprints off skin at that point. That's something that is possible to obtain on a body that's like found like the next morning after somebody's deceased, or a few days even, but not 4 weeks outside in the elements.
Right. Especially because that amount of time, the 3 to 4 weeks, like you're saying, maybe it's not as easy as people may think to get DNA.
Well, I mean, you have animals, you have decomposition, you have sunlight. On the exterior of a body, there's just not a lot that you're going to be getting at that point. Obviously, they were able to see bruising around the neck and stuff like that to make the strangulation determination. But really the kicker in this is that she was out there for so long, and it's just really crappy that Brian decided to run rather than take responsibility. I mean, the first caller there saying, well, maybe Brian didn't do it. Give me a break. Your fiance is killed by somebody in the woods, and your first action is to run home to your parents and not report it. That's just not reasonable at all. I don't know anyone that would do that if they were innocent and somebody killed your fiance. I mean, look at the facts.
Right. Well, thanks, man. I appreciate the call. Yeah, your insight.
Yeah, good show. Thanks.
All right, thank you, man. Take care. Bye. I was reading something as well. It says Brian Laundrie attorney Bertolino slams John Walsh after ID special on Gabby Petito case. John Walsh's Gabby Petito ID special delved into the details of what happened. I want to see what the response was real quick. So at one point, I guess John Walsh said, I absolutely believe that his family is helping him stay on the run, which is like nothing crazy. Said Walsh, who also hosts In Pursuit. Bertolino snapped back at such speculation. Dusty relics like the dog and John Walsh need a tragic situation like this so they can clear the cobwebs off their names and give their publicity-hungry egos some food, Bertolino told Fox News Digital, also taking aim at Dwayne Chapman, the reality TV star and real-life bounty hunter who entered the search last month. He says, damn, this attorney guy was popping off. He said, it's ironic that Mr. Bertolino would criticize the people trying to find Brian Laundrie unless perhaps he doesn't want them to be found. Also, that's what Walsh said no comment. Oh, Chapman. So the other bounty hunter responded with that. Okay. Wow. Damn. Did he really say that? It's on the Fox News article. This attorney is something else. Dusty relics like that dog and John Walsh need a tragic situation like this so they can clear the cobwebs off their name. Damn. You don't care. He's popping off. All right, 678. How you doing? Where you calling from?
Hi, this is Dana from Atlanta.
Hey, welcome.
I'm a creator as well, but I'm also a psychotherapist.
Okay.
I did a stream last night about domestic violence, but in some of my research, a couple of friends of both of them had said that Brian didn't even like Gabby to have a job, that he would try to control it because he couldn't control when she was out in the public who she interacted with when she had a job. He didn't want her to have a job at all. So he set up the excitement of them doing the whole van thing. And when she knew that she could, do this whole project and do the YouTube thing, she was really excited. So he supported her in the beginning, but not when they started to leave. Also, I did see the thing where he was in psychotropics.
Right. Where was that? Do you know where that was?
He had posted it on some of his social media early on.
Okay.
It looked like he was showing it when he was in his garage or something like that. Because he was posting a lot of his drawings and showing some of his books and some other stuff. But I don't know if it got deleted or removed. Also, when, that attorney was talking about Wash and Chapman and talking about the dust and stuff, here's the thing. Both of them have lost a child. I have lost a child. They can say what they want about them trying to get their 15 minutes. But when you've lost a child,
that's true, yeah.
I've lost a dad, I've lost a grandparent, but losing a child is the most gutting thing that could ever happen to you, bar none. So the fact that they want to get this guy, it's a whole nother level of wanting to bring somebody to justice. I guarantee you. So he can say what he wants to. It's a different kind of want, to be honest with you. So it's really unfair for him to say that, because it's a loss you never get over. You move past it, you go forward, but it's unnatural to lose your child. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's just a deeper kind of thing.
Right.
But with Brian, I want them to find him so she gets justice, because if he ends up dead, there is no justice.
Yeah, I think it's better that he's found alive, hopefully, maybe they can get something, If he's dead, I guess it kind of like stops there, kind of,
And look at, just coming from a therapist point of view, the parents not even contacting the mom and dad out of the gate, it does not say a lot about them empathy-wise. And I saw where initially the parents had made a reservation for 2. Then they turned around before he ever got home, before he ever got to Florida, and they turned around and made a reservation for 3. So they knew before he ever got home.
Well, thank you so much for the call. Appreciate it.
Well, thank you so much, and you're doing a great job. I found you because of the case.
And I'm sorry for your
Take
loss,
care.
too. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Just because of the 3 minutes, I suspended calls for now. I want to catch up these calls, and then we'll see what happens. If there's no updates after that, then, we'll move on till later. 763, how you doing? Where you calling from?
Hi. Mel.
Hi, welcome. Hey.
Hey, you do such a great job. I had to call in.
Thank you.
I am a lawyer in Minneapolis, and I just had to call about a couple days ago. I was watching you, and you said everybody has the right to an attorney, and that was actually smart to lawyer up. And I just wanted to give you 2 thumbs up for that, because it's very true. You'll be in a lot of trouble if you don't lawyer up in this kind of situation.
Right.
That doesn't mean that Brian Laundrie and his parents aren't guilty of stuff, but when you just seem so smart. They're spot on when you explain.
Yeah, it makes a difference. Look,
that doesn't mean that you're guilty because
Right.
you're exercising.
Well,
your right.
some people assume that. Yeah, some people say, well, if you lawyer up, you're guilty.
Right.
I've heard
And
people
that's
say things
absolutely
like that.
not true.
Right. I mean, the
Right.
Brian Laundrie thing, with everything given is kind of like, you know what I'm saying? But people just, if you lawyer up, they just say, oh, well, they're guilty because who would lawyer up?
Right. And that's, I mean, every time I hear that, it's like nails on a chalkboard. And then I was just happy that you tried to set people straight. And I just thought that was very, very smart. Everything you said was spot on. And I just wanted to say you're doing a great job.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And the chat,
Yeah.
the chat does make a good point though. Lawyer up, but don't run. I don't know what you think about that.
That's true. Right. I mean, there's a way. This attorney probably doesn't do it. His remarks on the behalf of the Laundries probably aren't the best either.
Yeah. He's popping off. He's popping off now. Yeah, it's something else.
I know. It's amazing. But
Thank you so much for calling.
it's
I appreciate it.
But I just wanted to say, everybody, if you think you might be in trouble, and the spouse or the significant other is always the first suspect. So in any case, so it's always good to lawyer up. Just saying.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Appreciate that. Thanks. All right, take care.
You too.
Bye. That was a nice call. There've been so many times you've seen with the confessions, people end up talking or slipping up, or they get you to talk. Lawyering up really is the thing you should do. But yeah, the chat's on point too about running. 978, how you doing? Where you calling from?
Hey, Mel.
Hey.
Hey, y'all. It's Turbo.
Turbo, what's up? Oh, you're from Discord.
Yes. Just
Hey,
wanted
welcome.
to call in and tell you how much you're appreciated, Mel. And keep
No, I
sending
appreciate
it.
you guys. Thank you.
Yeah. That's all, y'all. Just like, subscribe, and become a member of Mel Sam. It's awesome.
Yeah. It's nice, man. We get building up a nice community on Discord. It already actually went up like 100 since the stream. We're like at 740 or something.
That's awesome shit. Oop. That's awesome stuff right there. Yep.
Appreciate
having a great
it.
time, enjoying
And
the
any
channel,
thoughts
and,
with today's search or anything? Any?
My thoughts are all over the place. I just
Yeah, me too.
can't wait for this guy to get caught.
Right. Well,
Alive
thank
or
you so
dead.
much. Yeah.
Either way.
Right.
All right.
Well, thank you for
Have a great
calling.
day,
Appreciate
guys.
it. You too.
Thanks, Mel.
Bye. Yeah, with the whole John Walsh thing, I mean, it's true. Dog the Bounty Hunter did lose a child. I think it was a car accident or something like that with Dog the Bounty Hunter. John Walsh, we know that horrible situation. So, when he says things like what he's been saying, I'm thinking it's because of the things that he's been through. People's perspective are kind of based on their experiences in life as well, And also he was talking about how having to drag a family through court and look at the pictures and who knows, video and all this kind of stuff. But at the same time, if this guy just killed himself, that's kind of it right there. He kind of like, I don't know, he just gets to escape all responsibility and everything, run away from it like he's been doing. Whatever happened, 727, how you doing? Where you calling from?
Hey Mel, it's Albania and Anissa. How are you?
Hey, good. How you doing? Welcome.
I feel like crap, but
I hope you don't got the stuff. Hope you didn't.
I know. I got. I did
Okay.
get tested. Little girl, we got tested, and then we did a
Oh,
home
okay,
test
good.
yesterday. It was negative. I think it's just a cold or something going around here.
You got the regular test or the rapid test?
Both. We did the
Oh,
rapid,
okay. Okay.
and then they sent it, for the POS or whatever it's called.
Okay.
So I feel all right. It's just been a few days of just kind of crappy, but you were on, so I was on the way to pick her up from school, and I wanted to call in and just say that I think I know this is more just my gut or whatever, but obviously I've been listening to the case. I know all the information, you know what I mean?
Right.
I think the moment that the coroner confirmed to everyone that it was strangulation, I think something just went off inside me that said to me, like, that was my reassurance that he had committed suicide. I think he knew and was very much aware that the moment that her body would be found, I think he took, went to Fort DeSoto and, spent that time with his parents here in St. Pete. I think he always knew subconsciously that he would, I think, take his own life, because I think he always knew that, this was going to be the outcome. They would find her body, which they did. And then he knew, obviously, the coroner would eventually, discover what it was. And another big thing, Mel, is he obviously knew, even with the elements, and obviously it took a while for us to find her. I mean, she was obviously hold on, baby. She was obviously, decomposed 3 weeks in the element. That she was obviously just skeleton. I mean, sorry to be,
Well, I don't know what she was, but probably so. And then especially with the animals and whatever else out there.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, you got sun. You're in Wyoming. I mean, the heat is crazy. You're dealing with sun on someone. You're dealing with rain. You're dealing, with elements, animals, right?
Right. That's what the guy was talking about too. The guy that works in forensics.
Exactly. And I listened to it twice, and I believe that the result had nothing to do with any type of human flesh. I think it all had to do with the bone, and whatever he did to that sweet girl, I mean, it broke my heart, honestly. I have a daughter. She's 9. I couldn't fathom losing her. She is all I have. And, I think about what she was thinking, like she loved this man, looking at him, whatever. I just couldn't imagine. I mean, it takes time to take someone's life, that way. And it hit me really hard. I think the best thing that could happen at this point for all of us is we have to get some sort of acceptance that I think he has committed suicide. And I think the reason that Northport is not giving up out there is to find him, like a piece of him, his body, a bone, so they can say to the public, like, listen, guys, he's gone, like he's dead, like we have to close this. It has nothing to do with, I think, finding him. This is a recovery mission at this point. They want to find some piece of him, to give peace to these people, because as far as justice goes, I don't see a judicial justice without him, but I can see some sort of peace and justice with their family if the police and the FBI come out and say, hey, we did find, some DNA and some skeletal remains out here in the Carlton Reserve. That's why we never gave up. We wanted to make sure we could close this, But I was talking a lot. I just wanted to comment since the coroner, it just hit me really hard when they said strangulation, because it just fits all the elements, of a lover.
Right. Well, thank you. I appreciate the call. I appreciate the support and you being around for a while on the channel too. I appreciate that.
I appreciate you. And I'm trying to do the member thing, but, I'm kind of slow, so I'm going to get off the thing. I'll email you. I don't know why
email
I'm
me.
not able to. I don't know why I can't get your member on when I click on channel and community. It's not letting me.
You have iPhone?
Yeah, 12.
Okay,
iPhone 12.
people with iPhones are telling me they're having issues signing up to the membership or upgrading. You might have to try from a web browser. If you have a computer or a laptop somewhere else or an Android device, try that.
Okay, I will do that. I want to become a member. All right.
Yeah, people are telling me that. Thanks.
All the callers have been awesome. I'm going to get off the phone. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you so much. All right. Bye.
All right.
So I have a couple more calls. I want to show this video clip too, and then we're going to look at the attorney's statement again. The dude is popping off. He don't give a shit. I'm thinking this is what I'm starting to kind of think. Like these people, they're being, maybe the pressure, they're being pushed to the edge. They're snapping, they're popping off. This dude's mowing the lawn and stuff. Like nothing. I think they're kind of like on the fringes and just pissed off. And maybe everything's starting to build up. So nice popping off. That episode last night to me wasn't nothing breaking. Also, there was a video. Kelly sent me a video yesterday. I guess they caught this guy at the gas station filling up gas for the mower.
Or anything, or have you noticed anything with the relationship with Gabby?
So we're gonna take a look at that in a second. 573. How you doing? Where you calling from? I'm gonna get the super chats. Hello. 573.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that as soon as it broke the day that I was like, I had someone else on and I was like, kept refreshing, trying to find you because I definitely trust your opinion. But
thanks.
You're welcome. As far as a motive, I know it doesn't matter, but in Moab, Utah, wasn't they arguing over a cell phone?
Yes.
So
we were talking about that a little bit.
We were talking about it. Yeah. I got to thinking about it, when you were talking about it being a passion crime, maybe she decided to break up with him, and maybe that kind of made it because obviously they were doing the vlog and stuff like that, and she was attractive and unique looking, and he wasn't, and so maybe that caused him to, you said today something about a crime of passion, so maybe that actually caused him to start planning. something.
It's possible. It's very. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I have no idea whether anything was planned or not. I still don't know. A lot of people have different feelings on that, but I really do believe the two of them have been fighting probably throughout the entire trip. I mean, we already have. Yeah, we've seen it a couple of times or heard about it. You know, and that phone thing, maybe it's just a sign of, you know, the private investigator was like, oh, maybe she was talking to that guy. I don't know what the situation was, but I know when I've been in those situations with somebody that's jealous, it could be anything. You get any kind of notification, they're looking, they're watching. You can't even breathe without this person, you know, up your trying to see what you're doing.
Right. I think definitely that. I mean, just looking at them, like a lot of people say, well, why is it a case that draws so much attention? I think it's a lot because she just is kind of that person that just, not necessarily him as much. I think she just is that person that just draws your attention in, and you just want to watch her. You want to see her. She's just a breath of fresh air. But I had one more quick thought. It's just, It's kind of a rhetorical thing. I don't know why they didn't pay the attorney to mow their lawn. I mean, he's so out there, so maybe they should. That
would have been a whole fiasco. Oh my God, if he showed up out there.
Oh my goodness, yes. So I just wanted to say that I appreciate you. So when that
Thank
news
you.
breaks, we're out here dependent on you. Thanks.
Thank you. I appreciate it. All right, take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Yeah, I did get a couple of messages and people were like, yo, come on, man. Come on. You got to get on. Even on Discord, like, yo, get on. I was like, all right, screw it. But the good news is I will have the video stuff set up. I think it's already good to go. I just need to do a test later on to confirm that there's no issues. So next time, some of the special guests, we can get them on video. 458, how you doing? Where you calling from?
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, welcome. Good.
Hey, I'm Walt from Tennessee. Hey, in terms of him out there mowing the lawn and stuff and not responding, I kind of feel like he's going out about his life doing his normal things. And him not talking to anybody, I think he's convinced that they're just going to buzz off and stop recording him. If he said one word to one of those people at the recording, everybody's going to show up and kind of surround his house. So I think he's just kind of hoping they're going to go away over time. Second, have you heard anything about, it's kind of speculation, but have you heard anything about the lawyer being caught coming to Florida on the 30th?
No, I haven't
heard something
that.
about that. It's on a YouTube channel name. I think his name's Tyler, and like it was a Christian channel. But one of his buddies is like a hardcore sleuth, and he said that they had found pictures of him in Florida on the 30th before Brian even got there. So it kind of makes me wonder, since they're so close and this lawyer's attacking dog and all this, that if the lawyers helped Brian escape and go somewhere, if he's not out there dead, I mean, it kind of makes me feel he's off far away now.
It's kind of interesting that some of the responses the lawyer's giving, I mean, even on social media, and quick to respond and snapping back and snapping at John Walsh.
Being very defensive.
It's kind of, it's a little weird.
Yeah, kind of breaking that professionalism kind of gig.
Like, I don't know that I see that often.
Wonder if you got him out of town. But as far as Brian being jealous, he definitely was jealous of the life that she was having. He kind of had her in control with that van, and then she wants to start a YouTube career with him. And I just don't think he wanted that happening. He'd want to share her for nothing. But
okay, well, thanks,
anyway,
man.
That's all I wanted to say.
Any thoughts with the Carlton Reserve today? That whole thing just now with the dogs. I mean, I guess it's the same crap, kind of, except there was. I don't know if there. I mean, I don't know. Feels like it's been the same thing.
I think with the gun thing, if the parents are like throwing him off stuff, the parents said he left with a gun. It's weird that the dad would be like, "Hey, they just found her body. Yeah, go ahead and go for a hike. Be back at 10." But they find out he takes a gun, and for some reason, I'm like, if the parents are lying, they probably made it seem like he was going to kill himself. So yeah, he brought a gun. He went to the reserve. But then another part of me is watching it, and I'm just like, dude, you're kind of hoping, like, are they going to find him out there? They found his body. Do they know more? So I don't know. I get caught between going back and forth, dude.
Right. Well, thanks, man. I appreciate the call.
No problem.
All right, take care, man. You too. 620. How you doing? Where you calling from?
Hey, this is Aaron from Miami. How's it going?
Good. How you doing?
Doing
Miami.
okay.
Nice.
Yeah. I mean, this last couple of days obviously has been rough to hear the news. I think a lot of people aren't necessarily surprised. My big thing with all of this is, I understand what the person a couple calls ago was saying with luring up, and how that's not a problem. Like, that's what you do. Because you can slip up. You say one wrong thing, and then everyone's like, "Oh my gosh, they did it. They're involved. They're whatever."
Right.
You can, and then you don't say anything, and it's it's the same thing. However, I feel like what a lot of people that maybe are still thinking like there's a possibility Brian's not involved, what they need to do is like maybe not put yourself in his shoes, because no one would want to do that. But put yourself maybe in the shoes of someone like Cassie, the sister, or someone, and just realize, like, if your fiance was like not just found dead, but just even missing, like, what you would do. You would go to the end of the world to find them, let alone just being completely silent about the whole thing. And look, I understand that there could be way more, and there likely is way more to this story than what we know right now. But like, it's really just not. It has to be him. He has to be involved in some way or another. And I know that the body was out there for a considerable amount of time, but I think that they probably know whether or not it was him. I think the coroner probably couldn't fully release that. And I know he slipped up and said something about domestic violence, but like, I know that the body could have been in a pretty bad state when they did the autopsy, but I'm almost positive that they probably would have been able to get some sort of trace DNA from Brian in the areas where there was damage to the body, to confirm, like, yes, indeed, it was in fact Brian who did it. And so it's just, all of it together is just, it's such a crazy story. And for anyone to think that, like, I think that he told his parents when he came back, I don't know that he told them that he did it. I think he could have lied about there being an accident of some sort, and they lawyered up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But then I think when not only when her body was discovered, but when she fully was like missing, and he dipped out, he knew shit was about to hit. He knew it was about to hit the fan.
Right.
And then now the parents are out. They're probably just like, oh my gosh, what's going? Like, they just probably are choosing to be silent at this point because they don't even know the extent of everything. But I don't know. I feel like, your parents will also go to the end of the earth for you, but I don't know. Like, this, if you just, I don't think that they would just sit idly. But then again, maybe they also, like, it just kind of seems like they're potentially in on it too. But I think he lied to them, and then when stuff started hitting the fan, he dipped, and they may just be, I don't know. It's wild though, man.
Thank you, man.
And like, what are your thoughts on everything? Like, today, with the dogs today.
I mean, my thoughts have been really all over the place all the time, and I think I hear so many people's thoughts that I don't even really think too much myself as far as theories, but. Today, I mean, it's interesting. I really hope that there's more than just the family said he went there, that these people are out there searching, even though Northport police said there was nothing of Brian that they found out there so far to indicate that he was there. So, I mean, I don't know. And I think a great point one of the other callers made was the reason for releasing, like, the strangulation and / throttling, that maybe if somebody's helping him, they see that, or if Brian's being helped and he lied to whoever it is, maybe now they see that and they're like, holy crap, like, this is not what you said. Or maybe it's more pressure.
Yeah,
more pressure for the parents, I don't know. But the parents don't seem to have budged at all. They don't seem bothered at all. I mean,
it's so weird. So whether it's on one side or the other, whether they know what happened and they're completely silent, or the opposite, and they're just finding something like we are. Like, they do have the right to be silent, but it just feels so icky that they haven't, at least, like, if my parents, like my fiance, right, I'm married now, but if my fiance was even missing, my parents would at least make a statement like, oh my gosh, we'll do everything we can to whatever, and at least to make some sort of public statement that shows that you care to an extent. It's odd that it was just complete. So I don't know, it's just my thought, but enjoy the coverage.
Man. Yeah, appreciate you calling, dude.
Thanks for covering more than just this story. I mean, everyone deserves to have their story told and have a platform. And so, keep up the good work, man. Hopefully we get some answers.
Thank you. Appreciate the call. All right.
Yeah.
Nice call. Okay, 2 more callers. 281. How you doing? Where you calling from? Thank you for holding.
Hello?
Hey, 281. How you doing?
Hey, this is Beth. I'm calling from Houston, Texas.
Hey, Beth. Welcome.
Oh, thanks. Love your show, and you've got the best mods out there, no
Oh,
doubt.
thank
They're
you.
so polite. That's calling out to impolite. I just want to make one comment. I am praying for DNA under those fingernails.
Mm,
That's it.
right.
Praying for DNA under that poor girl's fingernails.
Yeah, there's got to be a lot that, they obviously said there's things they didn't release. There could be something tying them. Who knows? Maybe there is, maybe there isn't. I would think there is, but guess we'll have to wait and see. They're not going to reveal their deck of cards.
All the ones and keep up the good, even keel words you're doing.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
All right, be back.
All right, take care. Thanks for calling. Keep watching, subscribe, like, all that good stuff. All right, bye. Yeah, yesterday was kind of interesting. One more caller, and we'll watch this video. Yesterday was kind of interesting because it was like a balance of like completely one opposite side to the other one. The private investigator to the doctor. It was really interesting to have both of them on. 828, how you doing? Where you calling from?
Hey, I'm Debbie, and I live in the mountains of Western North Carolina.
Hey, Debbie, welcome.
Thank you for taking my call. I'm just like everybody else. I've got my own opinions, which my opinions really don't matter, but I will give them to you if you would like.
Yeah, sure.
When they stopped the two of those on the road,
Since you lived
the
in your
police
home?
stop in the white van, I've watched that video a whole lot. I've watched Brian's reaction, her reaction when the police walked up to the window and said, "Why are you crying?" And she said, "I'm not crying." And she was bawling. She was hysterical. And I've watched him, and he belittled her to the policeman. He said her little blog, she's getting a little blog together. And I watched that so much, and first of all, people are saying this was a crime of passion. Brian does not have any passion except for himself. He's a narcissist. And this is just my opinion, but I've been around people like this. I think Brian, from this started years ago when he was raised, he was given his way because we didn't want to make Brian mad, now did we? He got his way. He's a liar. He's the narcissist, and he's a controller, and he had her under his control. Jealousy goes with that. He took her keys. He kept her out of the van. She was hysterical that day. And when she took her little hand and showed the policeman how he had grabbed her face, do you remember that?
Yes.
She used one hand and she put it around her face, and she said, "He grabbed my face." And then after they found her dead and said she was strangled, I looked at the video again and looked at his big hands. And I just think that he would not kill himself because I think he's such a narcissist and a liar that he can even justify and had a reason for what he did to himself. I'm so disgusted. I want them to find him, and I want him to be put in prison and find out the role that his parents have in this. I can see something happening that one of your callers alluded to, possibly. I can see when he first came home, just in the first couple of days, maybe, just perhaps, he told his parents, "Well, Gabby left me for another guy. She told me to leave. She ran off with another guy." He may have lied to them right in the first day or so. Now that couldn't have lasted long because her parents weren't they calling them trying to find out where she was in the beginning or a few days into it?
Were they what?
Weren't they calling Brian Laundrie's
Yeah,
family?
the parents. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they were. That's what they said.
In my mind, I can kind of see him coming home and telling them a big cockamamie story in the beginning, but then when they found out, then they're in it, you know. And who knows what happened, but I just want them to catch him. And I don't know if he's up here in my area on the Appalachian Trail, But if Brian, if you're listening, you're going to be caught.
He's out there, I guess, somewhere. So yeah, thank you for the call. Appreciate it.
Well, thank you for your channel. I really enjoy it. Thank you.
Thanks. All right, take care.
Bye.
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 I was looking at this interesting message. Somebody sent me on Twitter. We're gonna watch this video. I don't want to put this out there because somebody put their phone number on here. I don't know what this is about. I'm gonna have to find out. Don't know if you have this. These are the keys along with $20 to buy coffee and donuts to the neighbors, but the address and the letters to the laundries. I'm gonna have to take a look at that after because I see somebody's number on there, so I don't want to put it up. Okay. Oh, let me get the super chats and then we'll watch the video. Again, I appreciate you guys joining me. Weird stream the way it started with some issues, but I think it'll be better in the future. That's all right. We'll just work with what we got, wing it. Let's see here. What did I miss? Okay. Christina, you are just amazing. You cover your cases so awesome. I could listen to you for an hour. You are hilarious. Thanks. I actually hold back a lot because I try not to be, because I'm thinking people are going to clip something. Oh, you see iCkEdMeL, he's an animal. But they do that to everybody. Everybody's horrible, I guess, you know. Thank you, Christina, for the super chat. Just so sweet. Did you get a copy of the letter sent to the laundry's neighbors? I sent it to your Twitter DM just in case someone also Uber Eats donuts to them. I saw one that we covered yesterday. I don't know if it's the same one you're talking about. From the pink, what's her name? Princess Laundry or something like that. Dirty Laundry Princess, something like that. I saw one. Somebody else just sent me something else, but I haven't seen it. But I want to wait. I don't want to put that up yet because I got to find out what that's about. Maybe that was you, Jenny Girl. Jenny Girl sent me something. I don't know if that was you. Lori, coming from a real estate lawyer, this guy's a piece of work. I know. Christina, for all the moderators in this chat, you're doing an amazing job. I don't even know how you do it. You really deserve all the credit in the world. A huge hug from Christina. Thank you, Christina. I appreciate shouting them out. They're doing good, man. I don't want to just take in a bunch of random people. Slowly, we'll see what happens, you know, with people, because I want to make sure we're all in sync and working on improving. And it's not going to be perfect. The YouTube filter's out there and it gets things wrong. Streamlabs out there and Streamlabs gets it wrong sometimes. Somebody was arguing with Streamlabs the other day. I was just like, okay, it's just a bot. It's not an actual person. But yeah, thank you. Angie, just a little dono for my favorite YouTuber. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Zarp, if he's dead, then expect the investigation to turn towards the parents. The FBI is going to be all over them to find something to charge them with. Probably so. Krista, this is probably dumb, but can you explain how to get connected with you on Discord? Thank you so much for all that you do. I'll put the link one more time. The link expired for the Streamlabs automated command, so I'm going to have to update that after the stream. But click the link, you know, sign up. If you don't have an account, just sign up. It's free to get on there. There is a members area that's through YouTube subscription, but you can just come out and check out the public area and hang out there. Wallace, Mel, didn't they lawyer up before they were ever approached to be questioned? They already had papers in hand. How did they know? So I was trying to find out when they lawyered up. I don't know exactly. I sent a message to Shelby on Twitter. So if she gets back to me, I'll let you guys know if she has any information on that. I personally don't know exactly when they lawyered up, but it was super fast. I think definitely in the very least, I had it up here, but definitely by the September 1st, I believe they're already lawyered up. I don't know how early on in. I think definitely, and I think don't go well together, but Lori, oh, I read that already. Oh, I think you said it 2 times. All this from a real estate lawyer. This guy's a piece of work. Oh, kind of 2 of the same. Thank you, Lori. Appreciate that. All right, let's get to the video and see here.
Yeah, silence from Brian Laundrie's dad, Chris, this morning on a pre-dawn gas station run, less than 24 hours after strangulation was revealed as the cause of Gabby Petito's killing. Her longtime boyfriend, Brian, is the only person of
Oh, they even got video of him inside. Is that him inside?
interest and has been missing for almost a month. Here now, John Walsh, host of In Pursuit with John Walsh on Investigation Discovery. His special Gabby Petito ID'd
I'll check.
special report airs tonight, 9, 8
Oh, this was
Central Time.
this is from yesterday. This clip.
John, always great to have you. I heard you on the call yesterday with the Teton County Coroner's Office asking why in the world that Brian Laundrie has not even been accused of being a murderer. Is it your sense, John, that they don't have the evidence here they need?
Well, I think they're doing it for two reasons, and I really don't understand. I've been FBI Man of the Year twice, and I've caught 17 guys off the 10, and we work together. But why they haven't released that nationwide warrant for homicide and let everybody in, the marshals and everybody else? We need to catch this creep. He's a coward. He's a horrible weasel. And if he gets cornered and his horrible parents, the despicable, dirty Laundries, his mom and dad that are financing his run, if they gave him a gun, if he gets cornered, he might take somebody out. But it's a matter of time for this guy. And I think the coroner, Dr. Blue, he did the right thing. He called in. He's not a medical examiner. He's a doctor. So he called in a forensic pathologist, entomologist, anthropologist, toxicology. And he did the right thing. I always say, keep the body as long as you need to, because you will be the most important witness in that trial. So he did that, and I'm just waiting for the FBI to release that warrant. And because he said, there's no other suspect, Trace. There is no person of interest. That's old semantics. He's the suspect. Release that warrant and let everybody hunt this coward down.
But you make a good point there. I mean, Brian Laundrie has been gone for more than a month. We have zero evidence. Nothing really has been spotted that's concrete. And I want you to listen to an FBI researcher who said this. Watch.
The fact that he has such a home field advantage with going there frequently and knowing exactly what the landscape is like.
She's talking about him hiding in the local parks and nature preserves there, possibly. Do you think he has a home field advantage here? What's going on, John?
He's not a Navy SEAL. He's not a survivalist. He brags. We got a tip from a friend of Abby's who said, you got to be aware that Brian brags about living on the Appalachian Trail for 3 months out of his backpack. But he's a mama's boy. He can't exist. He's getting help, Trace. He's getting help. He's getting help from the parents. And I'm praying someday that they will be arrested for aid and abetting an escaped felon. Maybe the lawyer, too, Bertolino, the wannabe Johnny Cochran that's representing him. But he's getting help, and that's why he's staying out there. And we've had over 1,000 tips to my hotline about equal between the Appalachian Trail and heading south through Mexico. Could be anywhere, though. The father, when he went on that little camping spree, the three of them, and they told the neighbors that they were going to go away for a 3-day weekend. Brian was visible in the back seat. They saw him at the campground, and then all of a sudden the father and Brian disappear. And who comes home but the dirty Laundries, mom and dad, without Brian? So that gave them a 3-day head start. Then the DePitos filed the missing persons warrant. Missing persons issue. Then the lawyer calls a week later after that and says, we want to do the right thing. Brian's missing. He went to a nearby swamp, and mom and dad found his car. Like that, big preserve. They find the car, and they leave Brian a note. Mom says, if you're hurting Brian, you might kill yourself, come home. Then they bring the Mustang home without Brian on Thursday, and they wait till Friday. The lawyer, Bertolino, calls up and says, he says, we're afraid for Brian. He's dead in that swamp. Trace, it was a red herring. They bought him 4 more days.
Somebody's in disguise here. Cut it. He's loose. Cut it. John. Gotta cut him off. Jesus Christ, get the guy off.
He had an 8-day head start on everybody.
16 seconds left in the show. John Walsh, always great to see you. Everybody deserves due process, including the parents. It's always great to get your insight, John.
He's walling out. So we're gonna watch Brian Enton because he is live. We'll end it off on Brian Enton. He's live at the preserve. As for the people that missed it or whatever, I'll just read it again real quick. So now I kind of understand why a little bit Bertolino's responding, though I don't really think he should have, but I guess he's popping off. He feels some type of way. Bertolino snapped back at such speculation. Dusty relics like Dog and John Walsh need a tragic situation like this so they can clear their cobwebs off their names and give their publicity-hungry egos some food, Bertolino told Fox News Digital, also taking aim at Dog the Bounty Hunter. So, I don't know, bro. I don't know what's going on. It's a mess. It's a mess. Let's take a look real quick and see what's going on with Brian Enton. I'm glad that he got to ask his questions, man. It worked out. You know what I'm saying? At least he got a one-on-one, even though it was restricted. What's going on with Brian? Oh, let's get the chat up, too. I have a screen for that. Ooh, there we go. Boom! Dusty relics. Cloud chasers.
Okay, so I'm gonna let everybody go. Just because I gotta get going. We gotta go back over to the house, which we're not on the Northport side, so it takes a little while to get over there. But I'll keep you posted if anything happens today, and we'll see you tonight on News Nation. All right, talk to you guys later. Bye.
All right, let me see if I can just play from the beginning and we can see what he was talking about. A little bit. Dusty relics.
I don't know how good the service is out here. I don't have very many bars. Oh, good, it's working.
Twitter's crazy, man. Twitter's insane. You see the things going on Twitter.
So
Last
we're
night,
at the Venice side of the Carlton Reserve. There's not a ton we can see right now because all of the search crews and deputies and police officers are like deep inside the reserve. And you remember it's 24,000 acres. So we can't see a ton. We saw them all go in this morning and they haven't come out. And they've got the gates closed. So we're kind of on the edge of the reserve. And we've just been waiting to see if they come out. I tweeted some aerials. That's really been the best way to keep an eye on what's going on inside, just because it's so hard for us to access. So with the helicopter, we know there's one human remains canine that was brought in from Pasco County. So there's quite a bit of media at the reserve today. Again, this is the Venice, Florida side, so not the Northport side. Yeah, it did seem like more activity than what we've seen over the last several days. We didn't see any sort of search activity like what we're seeing today. When we talked to Pasco County Sheriff and asked about their human remains dog here, they did say that they have been called out here before to assist. So it's not like it's the first time they've come out to assist. So yes, we have someone at the Laundrie's house right now. But I wasn't here early this morning when the search crews first got here, but Allison was. So I'm going to see. I know she's getting ready for her live shot, but she can probably fill us in.
I'm going to skip towards Allison. We're already at the 3-hour mark, so I want to cut it soon, and I got to go in a little bit, pick up my daughter. So we're going to skip towards Allison.
You're the first one. Me again. Sorry.
Okay.
I was just telling them you were like, I think you were the first one out here, weren't you?
Yeah, I was the only one out here this morning, actually, while the law enforcement was out here. Yeah, I got here around maybe 9:10. And obviously, like I told you before, I do this every day. It's my routine. I come to the Venice side and then I go to the Northport side. And all this week it's been crickets. You know, we haven't seen anything. We haven't heard anything. And then sure enough, I pulled up to that sign over there, the white sign. The sign that now says nothing.
Why does it say nothing? It looks like they painted over it or
right,
something.
It said Carlton Reserve before, but I'm not sure why. This is a county park, so maybe we could ask the county that. But yeah, and sure enough, there were a bunch of different law enforcement vehicles out there. Pasco Sheriff's Office, Brevard County Sheriff's Office, all canine units. And then of course, as you know, we were able to confirm that it was human remains detection canines that were.
So you saw did you see the canine or just the truck?
I heard them barking.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. Let me pull up this video. Here, let me make sure my volume's all the way up. Hold on 1 second. Let's see. And actually, let me move forward. You can actually hear them. Let's see.
So was it more than one?
Yeah.
I read somewhere 3. At first I heard 1, but then I read 3 as far as like human remains or something.
I think there were like 4 that I could see.
4.
They kind of had a meeting. If you listen.
Oh yeah.
You hear the barking. And so these 2 going in, these are Brevard, and you see it says K9 unit there. They were all kind of stacked up, and then this is that the other K9 unit from Pasco, and then another K9 unit from Pasco. And they said to ignore obviously the forensics and the arson writing on the vehicles, because that's just the investigators are part of this.
I tweeted that out earlier because people were wondering like about the arson thing,
right,
but it's just the car they're in.
Yeah, and same with the forensics vehicle.
To my knowledge, they didn't find anything. To my knowledge, so from everything, we've been here almost 3 hours. We saw the canines, we saw them. It looked like they were searching or something came up, and then nothing. The helicopter turned off, or they left the area, turned off. And the video feed turned off.
Same deal there. So yeah, I mean,
so people were asking me. I mean, we haven't really seen activity like this in a while, have we?
No, not outside. I mean, and it's tough to say for sure because looking inside, of course, we can't go beyond that gate that's right there, or beyond that gate. So we can really only go by what we see from the ground at the entrances. So that's as far as we're able to go. But it was just interesting because on this side, and then I went over to the Northport side.
No.
We went over to the Northport side as well, the Myakkahatchee Creek Environmental Park, and I had to jump out of my car real quick to get this shot, but Northport PD was
that was on
there.
the Northport side.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That was
Which
near
was
where we were the other day.
Yes.
Christopher.
Mm-hmm.
He went in. I think that's the bridge right there. Or is it a different spot?
I think he came in on the Venice side, didn't he? I think he came in on this side. I think right there.
Oh, did he? No. He went in on the Northport side. Yeah, it was the Northport side. Yeah.
I wasn't here, so I missed that. But yeah, so it was just interesting because obviously we don't put our chopper up every day. It kind of depends on if I see something, then hey, let's see what's going on. And today, obviously, we went up in the sky. Paul Lamison went up there and saw. It was interesting how they were searching too, right? I don't know if you saw. They were kind of like combing through on foot, just walking.
Pasco County, I don't know if they told you guys the same thing, basically told us that they've been called out here before with the same dogs, that it's not like totally unusual.
Right, and I think they said also that that specific kind of dog that they have trained for that specific reason, not many agencies have that kind of specifically trained dog. Usually it's like a volunteer group or something like that.
Yeah.
So an actual official law enforcement agency that has that type of...
Anything else going on with you, Allison?
No, not much. That was kind of the big thing today. I'm not sure if you stopped by the house. You haven't stopped by yet.
Yeah, and we have
all the guys on the channel coming out now. It's been all the ladies mostly. Now the men are coming out.
Someone there.
All of
your
that.
handle, WFLA Allison,
WFL with a Y.
With a Y, yeah.
With a Y.
WFLA Allison.
So that was all at 9 o'clock this morning or so, and they were, I think, in by 9:30ish. And then this was another vehicle that went in. Yeah, that's another vehicle that went in.
Okay, there's a lot going on.
And that was at 1:40. So, yeah.
Okay.
There's definitely been some movement out here. So we'll keep an eye on when they come out, and maybe there were more people in there that we didn't see just when I happened to pull up. So.
All right. Well, good luck. I'll call you later.
Okay. Talk to you later.
That's kind of it. I don't think we need to keep going on and on. Yeah, well, that's it, man. Thank you guys so much for joining. I appreciate it. I'm going to handle a little bit of Discord just to kind of, because I see a lot of people joined. Damn, we're almost at 800 now. A lot of people joined. Some people reached out to me to DM. So give me a little bit. I'm going to work on that. I think Discord has a lot of potential, man. I mean, when we started this thing, it was like, I don't know, 10 of us or something, or 15, you know what I'm saying? And now it's like it's almost 800. So, I mean, hopefully things continue to run smooth. You know, there's rules on there, and you know, you could just come hang out in the public area if you want. You don't have to be a member. You can still come by. You know, a lot of conversation about the stories, people putting screenshots, memes, updates, everything. So yeah, it's a pretty cool place. Time stamping this video is probably gonna be a bit, you know. But yeah, that's it. I'm gonna see what story I work on next too. I mean, today was mostly supposed to be a project day, but I'm gonna see what story I work on next. I got a little bit turned off by when I spent hours working on those 2 updates in the previous video, and I just had to trash it all. That kind of upset me a little bit. That's why I was kind of like, you know. But there's a couple of people. I mean, there's a bunch of, not a couple. There's a lot of missing people. There's one local woman that went missing that I'm gonna check out. I was giving it a little bit to see because a lot of times people turn up a day or 2 after. I don't think she was found yet. There's this mother that abandoned her child recently too here in Florida. Like, she gave it to an off-duty officer, and so they're charging her and she's being arrested. And I mean, just from the clip that I saw, I was like, well, at least she didn't kill this kid. With all the craziness and insanity that we see everywhere, I mean, I'm not saying, I don't know, should she have been charged? I don't know. At least, and thankfully, the guy that she gave the baby to wasn't some psycho. But at least she handed that kid over. Oh, the autistic child too. There's a boy, right? I don't remember his name. Somebody sent me. I've got a few requests for that. I mean, at least this mother didn't kill the kid. You know, it's not the best thing, but you know, when they kill the kid, we're always like, well, why didn't they just give the child up? Why didn't just? At least this person didn't kill that child. Oh no. Matt Walsh, what is this? Yo, this guy's kind of crazy. I was gonna play his video on another stream. I didn't do it because people are just, they go crazy. But there's this guy Matt Walsh Music, I think, on YouTube. You can check him out. But he's doing parodies of Brian Laundrie in The Search. So it depends. If you're really sensitive, you might not want to watch this stuff. But he titled this "Breaking Man Bitten by Brian Laundrie on an App Trail."
Hey, Betsy! Bring me the goddamn L5 down, Lonnie! Hey, you're trying to get your look a little bit like Slash. Say stuff like, Brian, I like to go barefoot too. Man, let's go barefoot! All right.
I don't know. Crazy guy, but he's kind of funny. I've seen some of the videos. It's kind of funny. I think he's getting a lot of dislikes on some of them because of the way he's titling things, and people are just, you know. The dude's kind of funny though, man. I can't lie. This guy is funny. Some of the things I've seen. There was one skit where he's like, I was gonna do it in a video. The video I was gonna do it in, I removed it, and people got upset with me doing the barking sounds about Dog the Bounty Hunter, which I wasn't dissing the guy. It was just a little, you know, they got upset with that. So I was like, imagine if they would have seen the clips that I had with this guy. This guy's off the chain. But he's I guess he's deemed controversial. So yeah. Thanks, Logan. I appreciate that, man. Thank you. But yeah, we'll be following today. We'll see what happens, man. If not, we're just gonna chill. Gonna look for the next project to work on. You know, like I said, Jelani Day was really good. Daniel Robinson. There's a Wyoming person too, Devontae Richardson, which is a weird story. I'd recommend that video to check out because there might be something coming out soon. One of my mutual friends told me that there's some news agency looking into this story right here. They're trying to revive this story. This story is kind of crazy. It's a little bit crazy, but there's another person that he goes missing. His vehicle is found empty and he's still not found. And then his mother reached out to me. His mother was kind of, I don't know. It was a little interesting, but she wasn't too happy. But I brought her on anyway. I was like, all right, come on and talk. Tell your side of the story. It was kind of interesting. This story right here, I'm telling you, if it gets picked up by this network, because I've seen the text messages, this is going to come back into the news. So we may be revisiting this. He drove from Washington, D.C. to Wyoming. So just be on the lookout for that. Remember, I told you when it comes and happens, you'll be like, oh, iCkEdMeL told me. Yeah, he's right. He didn't lie. All right. Be on the lookout for that. But there's a media company looking to pick up that story. So, Mel, she should have dropped it off at the fire station. True. You're right about that, Anthony. She should have been better off. She would have been better off. They would have said no questions. That's true. That probably is the better way to do it, because you have no idea who you're leaving your child with. You're just a random, leaving your kid with a random person. And she looked a mess. When I saw her picture, oof, she looked rough. I mean, I guess she was going through something. I don't know. But thank God the baby's alive. Discord link. Job for 9 said Discord link, please. Okay, I'm going to post the link. Brittany, thank you for the super chat. And the flower, thank you both. You put the Discord link again. And again, there's rules and stuff in there. And I will be adding more admins. There's 2 admins plus myself. So, if the trolls or people create in a crazy environment, they will be blocked. No, there's not going to be any feeling bad about it. I'm not going to feel sorry or whatever. We're just blocking because we have a really good environment in there. And I'm not going to let people mess that up. So, but yeah, man, thank you guys so much. Take care. Have a great afternoon. I'm going to mess with Discord a little bit, and then I'm going to go pick up baby girl. And yeah, we'll stay in touch. All right. Peace. Thank you.